Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improve footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit. Making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Hey guys, be quiet.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed. It's time to bleed. Who we got in the building? Retros for life. Salute. Anwar Willis. Salute. He said, salute. I still got my ticket for the fight. I just didn't rebook my flight. Yo, do it all. We going out there. Hook about crook. We going out there. I'm there. I'm good. Dwayne Jones. Ratchet since 91. Ghost. Salute. Shemaine Callahan. Opulent LD. Dwayne Price. Main event Mark. Diana Branch. Salute, sis. Tania. What up? What up? What up? Razor, OG, and say OG Eric, what up, man? Deshaun Thompson, salute. Who else we got in the building? Earl Ferry, main event Mark, King Jr., Cass. Stormy's in. Oh, there you go, Stormy. There you go. My brother Trick Nolte in the building. Robert Singleton in the building. Kenneth Johnson, Hearts. What up? Trick Boxing, Young World. Big Texas, Jerome Truitt. Full-blooded Christian, salutes. That's right. Smash that like button on the way in. Y'all know Malik Scott's in the house. He's on his way. MP, what the fuck? What's good? Acondo! What up? What up? What up? Dark Kent. David Scott III. Dank Father. Case Nasty. What up? Viva tu vida. What's good? Reef the Watcher. What's going on, brother? Michael Jackson, Boxing Talk, and more. What's good, man? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know we got to plug the family. Y'all go buy a Focus Ball. It works. Yeah, hell yeah. Tour World, salute. Where you at? Peasy making fun easy, salute. Xavier Martinez, salute, man. What's good? That's the fam right there. Anthony Bolton. Taylor, what up, man? Talib Cunningham. Rowan Farrock, salute, fam. The Diesel. What's good? Bumpy Thompson. That's right. Both hands on the wheel. Just listen. The brother's on his way in. We can cook. We can cook till they get here, man. What's good, Marco?
Chilling. How you guys doing? Stormy, what up?
What's good with you, Marco?
Chilling. Anthony, a.k.a. Trick. Sir, good to see you.
What's up? Y'all hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
And
y'all
Drew,
hear me?
Of course, always good to see you.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Wow.
Brooklyn born, Tone
What's
Brown.
up, y'all? What's up?
King Bonnie, what up? Shepherd King, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, man. I gave Malik a holler. He said, let's cook. So you know we're gonna cook. We counting down, man. We counting down. We're a few weeks out to D-Day. Literally, Jay Gibson, salute. Art Man in the building. Go support the brother Art Man. Mansa Musa, what up? Von D Gamer, salute. Jay Gibson, salute. I'm animated now. I'm animated. You know what I mean? The XO to the RO. What up? We're counting down the days right now, and to me, it's the inevitable. My opinion, it's the inevitable. It's the inevitable because how could I believe what you say when I see what you do? All right. D wanted to fight in the bubble. He said he needed an audience. Frank Warren and Bob Arum said we need an audience because they need a return on their investment. And before I go any further, without further ado, asking you shall receive. Malik King Scott in the mother building. What's good, famo?
How y'all doing, man? Hey, I'm sorry about the.
All right.
I was late a few minutes, man. I had to pull over at the cigar shop, man, so we could cook together, bro. So
What you smoking on, bro?
I got that good old Oliva right here, man. That Maduro. You know what I mean? Got that leaf by Oscar. Just left the gym, finished training, man. Went through some sessions with Chris Bates, trained myself, and we got some rounds of sparring to do tomorrow. It's a big week of sparring this week, and Deontay is looking sharp, man.
Oh, we see. And this is the thank you for coming on, man. Really appreciate you. This is the power of social media in a good way. Because, back in the 80s, we'd have to read about what the fight is doing. And we'd have to wait all the way up until, the pre-fight.
Right.
And he'll have on a jogging suit, an Adidas jogging suit zipped up to his neck. And we're like, we don't see the abs or whatever. Then we got to wait till the weigh-in. In the weigh-in, we're like, all right, we see a six-pack there. Okay, we put in work. Or if you're Riddick Bowe and you really didn't take the camp serious, you don't see a six-pack, you see a keg. But you hope for the best. But what you guys are doing is in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm chronically telling people is that's a blessing because y'all are not just talking. You're actually seeing the work.
Right.
And in my opinion, we love it as supporters. And the haters are literally trembling in fear. So, everyone loves hearing about the camp, and the detractors love to hate hearing about the camp. You understand what I'm saying? So, tell us how camp's going.
It's going good, man. Better than I ever could imagine. You know what I mean? It was a difference when Deontay wanted to bring me on as head trainer and told me what he wanted to do and told me the things that we would have no problem doing. But it's a totally different feeling when I camp, and we started camp basically in LA for this one because we started training. He has been beyond receptive. He's been creating with me. Anything myself, his strength and conditioning guy, Joey Scott, have asked him to done, he's done 10 times more of that. One key thing in this game that goes, in my opinion, that goes unnoticed, and it's a real lost art, and it's just a 4-letter word, rest. He's resting a lot. What comes with rest? Why is that so important? Because we're talking about recovery. I can't expect a lot out of my fighter if he's not well rested, because me as a trainer, especially a young trainer coming up, I have my own ego, my own ways when it comes to just giving my fighter my all, especially the kind of relationship me and Deontay have, because he demands nothing but my best the same way I demand nothing but his best once we get in that gym. So, man, this dude been doing everything we've asked of him. I've never seen him look this sharp. I've never seen him this focused. I've never seen him this determined. I've never seen him with this type of violent mindset ever. And the only difference, in my opinion, with his violent mindset now is that he understands that it's an order of operation. It's a protocol. It's a surgical manner that this should be done. And why? Because we fighting somebody that is surgical themselves when they want to be. We're not fighting a one-trick pony. We're not fighting somebody. We fight somebody that can do almost everything pretty good. So we have to be on point. And it's my pleasure that my first big job is against one of the best heavyweights of this era. I'm not starting off building fighters up. I'm starting off with a fighter that needed my technical work, that needed my boxing brain, and I'm adding that on to things I've already seen him do over the last 10 years. I'm just making sure he do it consistently, and we getting great results and great outcome in training camp, man. It's good.
So, I spoke on this before. In a way, I mean, I don't like Tyson Fury as a person but that's another conversation.
Right.
That's another conversation.
I already know how you feel, too.
Right. You already know how I feel. But the facts are the facts.
Mm-hmm.
He does what he does in the ring.
Right.
So let's stick to the facts and not all the stuff that we know happened.
I'm talking strictly from a technical standpoint.
Technical standpoint, Tyson Fury does what he does.
Right.
All right. And we're sticking to the bottom line. D lost the last fight. Let's just stick to the bottom line.
Right. Regardless of any circumstances.
Regardless of any circumstances, y'all knew that y'all needed to make changes so he could be successful in the rematch in the third fight.
Didn't know that 48 hours or 72 hours later. We knew it.
Right. Right.
So
I had a problem when people said that Deontay didn't show any respect to his opponent. That's nonsense. Because for him to make these key changes in the camp, we're seeing him do. I'm watching. When I first saw you hitting pads with him, I'm saying to myself, either D is a savant or he's always known how to do that, and we just never seen it.
Right.
Which one is it? Because I don't know.
I think a lot of these things, what I do or what I have done with Deontay, pardon me, guys. What I have done with Deontay is I took his subconscious work, that all his subconscious work I've seen him do over the last 10 years, things that I've seen him do technically well in the gym by accident, or things that he was doing not from drilling it, things that he just was doing from being a good athlete. Mm-hmm. Now what we're doing is we're making that a part of his system, his offensive system. It's not that he did something. It's like, wow, he did that. Wow, and he just did it. That's not what was practiced in the gym. That's not what was drilled. That wasn't a part of the game plan. It's something that he just did, being creative out of his own mind. What I did was I just took everything good that I've always seen him do in the gym, not the knockouts. I go to the things of what caused the knockouts. And you look at a lot of those fights, especially like his most dominating knockouts, the Arthur Spilkas, the Sergey Lagovich, those came from a calm state of mind, calm. Those didn't come from him being wild. Those didn't come from him not controlling his emotions. So what I did, man, everything I seen that this dude does well, I just made sure we're going to do that on a much more competitive level all the time. And we're going to slightly, not actually pass slightly down. What we gradually did was got away from the emotional work.
Yes.
I think it's surgical now. We're not going off of emotions. We're treating the situation accordingly. You know what I mean? It's almost like one of my favorite words is humility when it comes to in the ring, especially boxing. Outside is one thing, but in the ring. And I believe it takes a lot of humility to treat your opponent and know your opponent and treat him accordingly. Because doing that, you have to say, well, this guy does this. You have to know what he do good to take it away.
Right.
Boy does good. People hear him mouth, but he's not so arrogant that he's stupid, that he don't know what you do good and not ignorant enough to say, no, I'm going to take that away. He does do that good. So what we did with Tyson Fury in his third fight, everything that he do good, we're taking it away. Everything that people haven't seen with Deontay is going to be on full display.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I'm going to throw it to my brother, Stormy B, man. He's also a former trainer in Chicago. Stormy, you go ahead, brother.
Salute there, Malik. How you doing this evening?
How you doing, brother Stormy? What's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good. First of all, I want to say it looked like you being whipped into shape pretty good there yourself, man. You guys have really been working hard in the camp. So
yeah, man.
Wait, really time out, Stormy, real quick. We got a surprise guest.
What it do?
Tay.
Yo, bro. What up, baby?
What's up, big bro?
What's good with you, Tay?
Chilling, man.
What's going on?
No
go ahead, Stormy.
No, I was gonna say that I like to give credit where credit is due. And early on, when you guys decided to release some video from camp, and it made the airwaves, made the rounds, everybody was putting the images up and showing it and everything. When we got to June, a lot of us channels, we do like mid-year reviews of fights and stuff like that. I did a mid-year review and assessment of what your work has been with Deontay, and I given you Coach of the Year
Mm,
on my mid-year review
mm,
based on what my eye told me that I was witnessing with the work that you were putting in with Deontay.
mm.
And I wanted to salute you for that because it wasn't anything that wasn't there already. But
Right.
it seemed to me that you were able to just focus and dial in on those things that were really strengths that weren't being cultivated.
If you,
And
brother Stormy, if you got a good bicep muscle, right? But you never use it, but it's there, and whenever you flex, it's going to show. If you continue not to use it, continue not to use it, that would just be a muscle that will be there, and over time it will deteriorate because muscles go down as we get older if we don't use them. Deontay has all these things, just never using it. But being on the fact I'm a student of the game, every fighter I'm around, I look at their strength, I look at their subconscious work, I look at their weaknesses. His work was a lot in his subconscious. He was doing a lot of great things technically and skillful subconsciously, not because he was drilling them. So if he's doing, and I would say to myself, if he's doing those things that good, I can only imagine if he was to drill them, if he was to practice them every day, because then guess what? They would become second nature. And now that's what they're becoming now, because now he demand that work. Now I can't even get him to not shadow box with serious surgical intent. I can't get him to do anything without protocol with it now. You know what I'm trying to say? Because he's addicted to the play of it. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's just order. It's just structure. It's just him all having all these tools and me making sure that no, you're not just gonna have these in the toolbox just sitting. You do this too good. You do this too good. You do that too good to rely just on power. That we're not gonna be ignorant. We're gonna be intelligent. We're gonna show humility. You get what I'm trying to say? We're not going to.
Yes.
His power, in my opinion, there's times that rounds I don't even want him to throw the right hand. Man, fuck that. It's rounds that I need to hit him in the head. I don't give a fuck about Fury's head. I give a fuck about his hips. I give a fuck about his shoulders. I give a fuck about his chest. I give a fuck about him being fainted out. I give a fuck about all of those things is going to put him in a place right where Deontay need him to be. And then he's going to be open season on him. It's just protocol, brother. We systematically going to break this guy down. Systematically. And the reason why I went with the 5-round prediction inside of 5 rounds is because the pace that we have Deontay training at between myself and Joey Scott with the strength and conditioning, when I look at both fights and I go back on Tyson Fury's career, I see the rounds that he slowed down in and begin to take his opponent for granted. Those are the times we have to catch him. And how Deontay is looking, those are the times he will be caught. And history will take place from there.
well, that was a tremendous segue into the second part of what I was going to ask of you. Now, again, remember I said I made my assessment on my eye. You're up close and personal with him, but I've been very keen on the sport of boxing, and I'm never really too far off. I've been saying this for the longest, and it was way before you got together with him as a coach, but I've said people mistake with Wilder's gifts. I said because genetically he's a Southern country strong brother. I said I believe that he can punch equally as hard with his left as he can with his right. It's it has to be brought out. Now you're working in there with him. Please tell the people, am I right or am I wrong?
Actual fact right there. And we have sparring partners, and everyone said, I seen the guy put guys with left hooks the same way I seen him put guys with right hands with 18 and 20 ounce gloves on. You get what I'm trying to say? It's so much of, and it's a tough place. I'm gonna tell you why it's tough, because talking about Deontay Wilder and the things that I see in him and the attributes and all the things that we brought out together and him being creative, it come across as bragging. Our real life and my truth of what I see, it come across like, oh, he just saying that. I'm sorry, I'm just calling it how I see it. Just look at my track record of history. I never called Deontay Wilder before this some surgical fighter, some fighter that's doing things from a nice protocol. I always said he's blessed with God-given power, and if you get hit with it, it's over. But now listen to the dialogue I'm talking about. Now I'm saying protocol. Now we're talking about humility. Now we're talking about skill set. Now we're talking about emotionalness, not being emotional. You get what I'm trying to say? So I just can't wait for people to see, man. You know what I mean? And like I told him, I'm proud of him already because it take a courage and a brave man to look at himself in the mirror and say, no, I have to change. If you really want something you never had, you got to do things you've never done. He never became 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, and he's never looked as good as he's been doing right now. And he's never sacrificed as much as he's been sacrificing. So I just can't wait, man. You know, I'm anxious as everybody else. We've hit every emotion in this training camp. The funniest stuff is stuff like this that we hear. This is the biggest laugh of camp in our mid arguments or our mid disagreements. That Deontay has yes men around him.
Speak on that. Speak on that, please. Please speak on that.
Shit is crazy. Joey's strength and conditioning trainer. Them guys go back and forth just about everything when it comes to certain things and strategizing and creating, just like every artistic person do in whatever genre that we do. I tell Deontay to do something, he don't do it. I'm like, no, well, show me what you mean. He showed me what he mean. That's not it, bro. We have to stick to this blueprint. You have to stay alert. I'm not asking him to stay alert. I'm telling him to stay alert. I'm not asking him to throw triple or one jab. No, I'm telling him to. It's a totally different thing. Deontay he has say-so because of his life. It's his life. But in that gym, he has no say-so. It's myself, JD's, Joey, Cuz Hill. We put the plan together. He operate. If he's not operating, we're telling him to operate. And whatever we have to deal with from that, some disagreements, some arguments, some high-tone pitch, it's okay. I don't mind none of that because the bigger picture is accomplishing this trilogy. That's the big picture. Can't no small disagreement or no small argument about us creating for a bigger picture. It's no big deal. He's not a robot, but he do as we say when he's in that gym. If we say we're doing 12 rounds a day, we're doing 12 rounds a day. If we say we're doing 16 rounds a day, we're doing 16. And he's doing all of this on a loaded body. On a loaded body right now. This training camp has been extremely tough for him. Extremely tough as far as nutrition, as far as strength and conditioning, as far as, because you gotta realize, he's like, you know, even me, he's dealing with a trainer that once he's done in the gym with me, it's not over with me. I'm calling you at 12 a.m. because I know you up. Yo, look at this film study I'm sending you right now. Yo, I need you to look at the second round that Lennox was when he fought Tucker. Look how Tucker was bringing that left hand down after the jab. Lennox let him get comfortable for it, and he got too comfortable and he made him pay with a knockdown. We can't afford the moment. The dialogue of our text messages and our phone calls speaking. It's not he's in the gym and then he's done. That's the worst thing, in my opinion, the type of relationship a trainer can have with this fighter to me. Once the fighter leaves the gym, the relationship is not done.
That's important. That's important. Let me get to these super chats real quick. My brother Main Event Mark says, his left hook looks almost as deadly as his right hook now, Malik. Love the body work too. The meshing of your spirits will get this victory. Salute. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Let me go back up.
Yeah, definitely, man. And this it's not just a physical thing. It's not like when you break it all down to the keen of what this is, it's a boxing match. But it's so much more bigger than that for us over here on this side. We know what this means, and Deontay is well aware that it's bigger than him. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I would never let him forget what they tried to do to him after that last fight. And when I say they, I mean so many.
I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that.
You see, I try to beat you to it, Drew.
I know. I know. Let me sound off real quick. Ed Conquest 2, salute to you in that super chat. He said, "Time to build." Salute, my brother. I may have missed something, but let me go down here. Oh, the general's in the building. 78 Sports TV. He said, "Cook Brothers #LDBC." You already know what it is. And salute to the sister Diana Brand. She said, "Malik, make sure he cracked that jaw. He talked too much." Salute, boss. No diggity doubt. Let me go to my brother Marco. Unmute yourself, brother.
What's
I know you've
up?
been waiting to cook for a second. You go ahead.
What's up, Malik? How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good. It's good talking to you. So I had a couple questions.
Anything, man.
Yeah. So the videos look great. I see you're tightening up his and all that. I have a question though. Part of Malik's, part of Deontay's wild punches sometimes can act as a benefit and a tool because it's unorthodox and a lot of the opponents don't see it coming. So are you trying to get him to stop throwing all kinds of wild punches, or are you mixing it in because it can actually be a benefit?
My thing when it comes to that comes from an emotional standpoint. Him going that right. That's not really. Let me try to explain it to you, Mark, as best I can. That's not really a technical issue. That's who Deontay Wilder is as a person. That's a kill thing. Say if he's at a 10 with that, or he was at a 10 with that. We pulled him back to about a 5 or 6. That right there, that's in him. That's never going to go away. I just want it done a little bit better. You can go on your opponent and just go punches and get him out of there. I don't mind that. I just mind it being done in a surgical manner. That's it. That's it. I like that overwhelming because this is the key with Deontay. Once he got you hurt and he hit you with that equalizer one time. Now we're gonna say if you're hurt, your equilibrium off. He's so imposing and his limbs are so hard and long that even if he's going wild, the limb from the inside is hurting you. Mm-hmm. The wrist that he may hit you with is hurting you. The back of while your equilibrium is off, all that is still counting. So, case in point, Stavern 2. The first shot that hurt Stavern 2 was just a round. It was to bring Deontay around to the center of the ring to strike through the middle of the guard. But that first shot, it wasn't even that hard of a shot. But he just so naturally hard limbed up that everything hurts. I don't mind him getting on the opponent when he got him hurt and being, you could say, wild. I just even being wild, let's be surgical with it. Let's pick out shots. Prime example, I always use Tommy Hearns and Roberto Duran. The most surgical finish in the history of boxing to me. It's because he knew Duran was hurt. It's Tommy Hearns. Duran just got up from a knockdown. It's not about if he's hurt. It becomes about, okay, now how am I going to take you out? Because you're food now. And look at the decision-making Tommy Hearns just went about to do it. He didn't just go out. He gave him a decoy down. He put all of his attention basically on his belly button the whole time he was thinking his head. The decoy was going down, fake, right-hand shot, Ran goes straight down. That's what I want, those type of finishes from Deontay. The Arthur Spilkers was close enough. The Sergey Lagovich, like I said, the second Stavern, those they come from a box of work. You know what I mean? I don't want you know what I mean? Go ahead, bro. I'll be going over the
No, that's great. So I have a show. Me and Jeremy Williams have our own podcast. And I'm actually going to be, he's fighting James Toney, Jeremy, soon. I'm actually going to be commentating that show, so I'm excited. But
they're fighting each other?
Yeah, they're fighting James Toney and Jeremy Williams. Exhibition, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which oh, you and him have a podcast together?
Me and Jeremy Williams have a podcast,
okay.
Yeah. Which we'd like to get you on as well at some point, but that's a different conversation. I don't want to step on Drew's toes. But so we spoke with Sugar Hill, I don't know, a couple months ago, maybe 3 months ago.
Very good.
Yeah, good trainer. And I asked Sugar Hill, I go, who do you think is more dangerous for Tyson Fury, Deontay or Anthony Joshua? And he said without even blinking, he goes, Deontay. He goes, because Deontay covers so much distance so quickly.
So quick.
With how big he is. And that was like, wow, that's because he's explosive. You know what I mean? And you know that better than anybody. My question to you is, let's say you guys win this fight, which I'm sure you're going, I'm sure that's the objective. Who do you want next? Is there another heavyweight on the radar? Once
my personal, and I've told Deontay this, my personal opinion, this is going to sound very left. Clip Fury in this trilogy, go clip AJ, and in my opinion, you had 10 title defenses. You lost one. You came back and beat the best heavyweights that's considered for a champion. You have the option to retire or not, but it should be considered when you do that kind of accomplishment, especially after I seen how he was getting done after the loss. That really made me say, we need to come back, clip this dude, then go clip AJ, then be done with it.
Well, like stylistically, besides Fury, who do you think would give Deontay the most problems? You know, styles make fights out of all the top heavyweights.
Styles make fights. I would go on. I would say Dylan. I like Dylan White. I like Dylan White. The only thing though, like I said before, Dylan is front foot heavy. I don't trust front foot heavy fighters against big punchers. I just don't. But Dylan is tough. I have reasons why he's tough, like I explained before, because his appearance come across as 6'2". When you get in the ring with him, like I had before, he has a 6'4" presence. He comes across as he's short, but his arms hang basically down to his arms, down to his knees. So you think you're out of range of, we'll say, off-base jabs, but you're not out of range. He has his best arm or his best hand is his left hand. Look at most of his knockouts is with the left hook. His jab is just as good. So those are those rugged kind of orthodox built guys to me. It's like they're serious contenders. Or you got guys like Joe Joyce, man. Like Joe Joyce can fight. It would be interesting to see somebody like a guy like Joe Joyce, who's considered to have a chin of all chin, to see him and Deontay go at it. You know what I'm trying to say? If he can, because that Alabama hammer is nothing like he felt. So you could think you have a good chin all you want until you get in with that, then you really know, you know what I mean, what it is. It's tons of talented guys though out there, but I just really believe if Deontay continue to stay focused like this, win this trilogy, he would never lose another fight again. He could do this thing. He could fight as long as he wants, especially if he continue to live outside the ring how he's living.
Mm-hmm.
You mind if I piggyback off of what you just said?
Yeah, I mean,
you mind if I piggyback off of what you just said?
Absolutely.
For the question that Marco asked, my answer would be this. The other guys out there on the horizon, woe unto them. And I say it simply because of this. They got Deontay with this second fight. Now they've awakened a sleeping giant. Okay? And now the sleeping giant is ready to trample everything that's around him in his path. See, there's no more going to sleep unless it's he putting people to sleep. Because he realizes and recognizes what the stakes are now. See, before he was of a different mindset in his approach, but you could see through the training, focus, and we'll sooner or later we're going to see the execution in the ring. And I've said this, even if it's not Fury next, woe unto whoever it is.
I agree,
because the man now has a rededication, and he's no longer doing it for external reasons. He's doing it for himself.
For himself. That's
and see the competitiveness now that he's competing against. All of those other guys, you can line them up. I don't care if it's the youngest of them, like Jared Anderson, whatever. He's competing with himself. So when he's doing that, they can't measure up to that.
Right.
Because he's experienced one, what they're trying to experience already. He's been world champion. He's experienced two, losing. And what it means for something to be taken away from you, whether it's unjust or not, but he still knows that. They don't know that. Now, three, he knows what it means to rededicate and go back, reevaluate, add new wrinkles, and come back and reclaim. See, that's something, you know, it's just like when you walk someone through a park that never been through the park before, they're looking around and they say, but when you know the path, it's a lot different from walking the path.
True story. True story.
And he can teach them lessons now.
Yeah.
It's nothing but traps yet to be set for them now.
Right. And
that's what I had to add to that for you.
Stylistically wise, you have to keep in mind, stylistically wise, we'll say if all you've been doing your whole life is knocking people out with a right hand, naturally being humane, that's all you, after a while, you're like, oh, well, that's all I have to do. So you will do anything, look over anxious to get that done. You will look wild to get that done. Now imagine having that same confidence with the right hand in a system. Having that same confidence with that right hand in your feints. Having that same confidence with your right hand in your balance. Having that same confidence in your right hand with your head movement. a system, not just a system. And this was the reason why I'm going with the 5-dimensional fighter. And I'm saying that right now. I'm sure by October the 1st, I'm going to be calling him a 10-dimensional fighter because he's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let
me go ahead, Marco. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
This is kind of off the topic, but what'd you think of the Holyfield fight last night?
What I thought about it was for financial reasons, that's one thing. But you have to be a courageous commission to see that interview he did before the fight. Still say, we're going to let him fight. I have a 30-second interview of Holyfield where it was all gibberish.
Was this a sanctioned bout? Because it was 2 minutes, and they got to be 3 to fall under the guidelines.
When I think about it, though, because I could be, extra sensitive and think too far and overthink at times, the way how they handled it in the ring though, was very accordingly. As soon as it looked like he was hurt, they stopped it. Beautiful.
You think it wasn't, so you don't think it was too soon of a stoppage?
No, I think it shouldn't have even happened. Better yet, too soon.
There it is.
It's over. It should, you know what I mean, Drew? Like, no.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I think they stopped it because they loved him.
No, they should have
stopped. And before it got out of control.
Jackson in the ring that couple days before. I wasn't how he looked, even hitting the pad. Like,
he was missing the pads, man.
Yeah.
He was missing the damn pads. I couldn't believe it. I said, this can't happen.
Yeah,
this can't happen. This was disgusting. Let me get to these super chats real quick. My brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation, salute, fam. He said, now I'm anxious. Tay in 3, Wilder in 5. Hello. And who else we got out here? We got we got my brother Trick Boxing in the building. He said, I'm just ready to see this smashing live. Salute Bomb Squad, flight booked and ready. Oh yeah. My brother from the UK, DOG, salute fam. He said, salute Malik, making Philly proud. North side.
Absolute North side. Yes, sir.
North side.
26 in Jefferson, 26 in Montgomery. Y'all already know the rules.
No diggity doubt, man. I'm going to throw it to my brother Trick Nolte, man. Salute, Ant, man. Come on, get some, brother.
Good evening, good evening. What's going on with you, Malik Scott? Good to be talking to Wilder's head trainer, man. Good to be talking to you.
Absolutely, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I have a couple of questions. Right now, I heard. Let me see. How can I say? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, what is Wilder's mindset on the hurt meter of Tyson Fury? 1 to 10.
13, 15, 20, something like that.
Yeah.
Real job now is pulling him back from that because we don't want the emotion attached to that. Right. So the real job is not like, I know you got boxers, you got fighters, and you got killers, and there's no secret what I believe Deontay Wilder is. Without me even having to, you get what I'm trying to say. So his intention, and he's very passionate about not punching at the target, punching through it, literally, and that's just where he's at with it, man. And me, we always been close, but this is a whole nother level. This fighter trainer thing, I've adapted and took on his energy in this fight because I know what was done to him after that last fight. And like I said, my brother got a dent in his head. I've never seen a fighter have a dent in his head before a fight, after a fight, anything like that. And I seen just a lot of things. And I'll never let him forget what he went through to get to this point, to bring himself back to being this mentally sharp, to be this physically, to be as receptive. Because, he a changed man when it comes to the art of things, when it comes to the technical of things, when it comes to the mindset. And like I said, you got to be special, in my opinion, to go from to do things your way to say, nah, I'm literally giving myself to my team. I'm giving myself to Malik when it comes to this boxing stuff. I'm getting and we create good together, man. I have one issue. I haven't even had one, and I may be so mentally into this thing, so sick that even when he is in stubborn mode, he's still in the fucking gym training. Even when he is extremely sore, I'm getting my best days out of him. Then. Even when he don't feel like it, I know he had a long day. It's in the gym. I'm seeing this. Right. It's not over the phone. Well, I got to go up to the house and hear about problems. No. Whatever it is he's going through, we still in the gym getting his work. He put that shit to the side, or that shit get put behind him when it comes to this boxing. And this right here is key to me with everything, because that means boxing is being first. That means regardless of everything, boxing is being first. That means craft is first. And that's all I wanted, and that's all I have. I got the most receptive and the most dynamic heavyweight, in my opinion, in the history of the sport. And if he would have hit anybody from any era with his power, he would have went to sleep. And I mean, not bar none. I don't care who y'all can say who was the greatest, who was the latest. If Deontay Wilder would have hit anybody from any era with that right hand, not even talking about the surgical stuff he's added on now, they would have went to sleep. I don't care who they are. I don't want whoever you consider the greatest, whoever you consider. No. Us as human are not made to take that, what he was born with. Because we'll say people come at him, wow, he has this, he has that. Okay. Well, he has went and got better skill. He has went and got better technicality. He has went and got better uplifting spirit. Now let me see y'all go get what he got that's God-given. You can't get it.
Can't get it.
Right. Got to be born with it. It's almost like, you know what I mean, somebody saying, oh, your shirt is ugly. You say, well, you stupid forever. I could always go get a new shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Good analogy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got one more question too. And also, man, you got him looking good, and it seems that it's like you've been training him since the beginning. And one thing is when let me ask a question, when he lost, you know, people were saying stuff like Ronnie Shields or Buddy McGirt would be great to train him, and your name came out of nowhere. Did he approach you to ask you to train him, or that was something? Did he approach you to ask you to train him, or did you ask him or whatever?
It came from because after the fight, I was an emotional wreck. Like, you know what I mean? To be very honest about it, I never felt like, I was just in my own world about that fight. So we talked. You know what I mean? I was very, 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 very honest with him and let him know what I felt about that fight. That conversation to this day, it just, stayed with between me and him. But I let him know exactly what I felt about his wrongdoings, about things he needs to do, about how, and I mean, in a real league. So he took all of that in. And when he took all of that in, he said, all right, bro, I'm going to get some rest, man. I'll call you back. And I went to sleep, and the phone started ringing at like 4 in the morning. I was like, yo, what's going on, bro? He's like, what's up, bro? You sleep? I'm like, no, I ain't sleep. What's going on, man? He's like, I'm ready to make a change. And he's like, I'm ready to make a change. And he told me what he wanted to do. He said, I want to bring you head on. I want you the top man in charge. And like I tell everybody, I was insulted that he asked me, because when you my brother, I'll do anything for you. So, and that would have been anything. So you can imagine how a student of the game, I've been in this game since I've been 12. Here it is, my brother, who's the former heavyweight champion of the world, who have all these attributes I've been seeing, but nobody bring it out. And now I get to have the opportunity to bring it out. I'm a kid in a candy store. Get what I'm trying to say? I'm a passionate kid in a candy store. So when he came to me, I was like, literally when it was coming out of his mouth, I was like, bro, it's over. You already know. Let's start focusing on what we're going to do to get it back. And that right there, it didn't go right to hard training. It went to 5 conversations a day about different technical work. It went to about keeping the spirits high. It went to about living outside the ring. It went to about doing certain things with Joey Moore. It went to about, we need to do this on this part of the team. It went to about, you don't need to be dealing with this before a fight. Let us deal with this. And now, I mean, look where we're at. He's looking the best he ever done. He's looking the best he ever looked. You know what I mean? So when we start training in LA, and a lot of people was making fun of him because Deontay Wilder, he really can't do no right in most people's eyes. If they don't see him, they say he's not training. If they do see him, they say, well, why is he training in his house that got 10 bedrooms?
Yeah, man,
It's like, you know what I mean? So we started to train, and we trained anywhere. He didn't get, like a lot of things that I care about when it comes to being very detailed, Deontay, he's rugged about. I'd be like, no, go to the gym. No, we got gloves here. That's all we need. Got the pads. Let's work. What you want me to do? Nuh-uh. Let's work. What you want me to do? Let's do this. Oh, maybe we could do this move. It's like, I mean, we really playing chess, but on the same team. It's magical, this thing that we got. We got strong chemistry as brothers. But like I was telling you, we got even stronger, more pure energy as fighter and trainer. Like, you know what I mean? It's a real blessing. I'm enjoying the ride. I get to be observant to really see how mankind really work on this level. And it's a good experience for me. It's a good experience for the whole family. Like, you know, you got our little brother Tay. He's here with us. He got to fight. When your fight, Tay, next month?
Thursday.
Thursday. So it's like, you know what I mean? Everybody's good, man. The whole focus is on the trilogy. And everybody's focused. Deontay demanded that too. I will never forget at the beginning of camp, way beginning, he sent out a text message and let people know his real intention. And he said in the most respectful way, if you don't have this mindset, then please just exit until I'm done this job.
Wow.
He got a team that we're all on the same mindset. So we was already on that anyway before he sent the text out. So it's good, man. It's real good.
These cats will realize this is about to be a problem. This isn't a game.
No,
it's about to be a problem for the people, man.
It's really not, and it's much more bigger than all of us. It's much more bigger than all of us.
Oh yeah.
And Drew, you speak about that a lot, Drew. You one thing I admire about your platform, brother, is you go behind the curtain and talk. And what I mean by that is you don't just stay behind the curtain and talk. No, you take a chance and you address all the things that's on the main surface and beyond. You know what I mean? So when I'm saying Deontay is well aware that this fight is much more bigger than himself, I mean that all the way. You know what I mean? He know what's riding with this. And we're going to give it our all. He's going to give it his all. And we're going to be victorious and become 2-time heavyweight champ, man.
And I believe you guys, man, and I appreciate the recognition. You know I catch it in my chats, whatever.
Oh,
if I don't get a death threat a day, I ain't doing my job.
Yeah.
And the unique thing about me is that I'm not on no one's payroll, so I ain't ducking and hiding. You can't miss me. I'll be in Vegas. So it is what it is.
I don't know what day it was or who did it. I think one person gave you a threat. It was so hard that you said, matter of fact, fuck it, man. I'm in the Bronx. What street you at? I said, damn.
I'm here.
You're giving out
I ain't hide from nothing. I'm in the Bronx. I don't hide. I can't hide.
Yeah, man.
I can't hide. Some of these fools know my government name. If you think my real name is Drew Titan, you're on crack.
You're on crack, rock.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you know my government name, but all of this over boxing, you're crazy. Let me get to this super chat real quick. Kurt Sugar in the building. He said Wilder's punching and moving simultaneously will offset Fury's movement. I can see D outboxing Fury. Surprise. That can also happen. Kurt also says everybody's focusing on a knockout because of the genetics. I believe Wilder can box Fury's head off. Funny things happen in boxing. I seen it all. Diana Branch, salute to you, sister. She said Wilder is the only man who went through all of this and has done it with class. Good things are coming for y'all. Oh man, absolutely. And we got who else we got in here? We got Jay Gibson, got a bunch of bombs up there. We got a lot of supporters, brother, for real. Salute to you in that super chat, and salute to N Conquest in that super chat. Salute to my brother Focus Ball. He said, we are watching a legend in the making. When Fury gets bodied, will Malik be trainer of the year? # Bomb Squad, Tay by Vicious KO, LDBC, the real. No doubt. And before I go any further, let me say this. I'm going to bring someone else onto the panel. He does a lot of film study. He does a lot of film study on Deontay. This is some buddy of mine, Divine Sense Boxing. He's a huge supporter. He's in Thailand. He's on the other side of the globe right now.
Okay.
And he does a lot of film study. He has a great channel, man. Salute, Divine. What's good?
Divine, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's good, everyone? Thanks for having me on. Malik, man, I just want to come on and say real quick that we appreciate you out here. Everyone on the panel, all these content creators putting in all this hard work for you, Deontay, the whole crew that you got going on out there, and you got a lot of ardent supporters out here, and we're ready to ride or die with you on October 9th, and it's going to be a glorious day.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Thanks, man. We appreciate it, and it's needed. Like, this is not coming from a place, man, we don't need nobody. No, brother, we love all the support. And one thing about it, me and Deontay always say, our love and our support outweighs the hate. That's why a lot of the hate is really not seen, because there's so much love. You know what I mean?
That's
so,
right.
I mean, we appreciate it, brother, because it keep us thriving and keep us going. And most likely it keep us laughing, because a lot of y'all be killing them detractors. Y'all be killing them. Drew,
it's fun, man. It's what we do.
Hey, Drew, me and my man Willie Lowe, we be dying laughing at the way you be handling these monkeys, man.
it's what we do. It's target practice.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
target practice. And you know, let me say this real quick. Oh, salute to my brother Scotty. Y'all know Scotty, World Combat Sports. He covered y'all.
Okay.
He said, Malik, the training vids were refreshing to see you all full speed and focus. This team dynamic, shining like a diamond on October 9th. Hashtag Bomb Squad all day. No doubt. And I got to say this, man. It's target practice because we don't go looking for them. We just get on here and talk boxing.
Right.
And they talk about us. They come to our channels every day. It is hilarious. And salute to my brother BFTB, because if you want to look into the brain of a troll, watch his channel.
Yeah.
They daily they show up, and then when you let them talk, you hear that there's something wrong with them. These motherfuckers are retarded. They're retarded. I'm like, wow, you're retarded. Congratulations, but you know how to use the internet.
Right.
But you're retarded. I have fun with it. I have fun with it. Salute to Marcus Walls. He said salute to the truth and the whole chat. I mean, people, salute to you, fam. People still mad at me over a conversation I had with Sugar Hill a year ago.
It's crazy.
He ain't thinking about it. Why are you? You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Don't feel bad for anybody that got more. You think I'm feeling bad about Sugar Hill? Sure. He got more money than me.
Everybody's juicy and beautiful.
This is crazy. You're mad at me for telling the truth. All right? Here's my favorite thing.
Shut up, Tay.
My favorite thing. Mr. Mark Breland.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the short version. For 10 title defenses, a little over 10 years in this man's camp, he accepted a check. And the only thing everyone ever had to say about Mark Breland was, hey, man, he's only showing D how to throw that right hand. I'm disgusted with him. He was a great boxer. He had a great amateur career. I'm disgusted with Mark. The second D loses, he makes changes in the camp. It's justice for Mark Breland. Well, I'm confused. Did he not listen to what you said? Because 1 minute he wasn't doing anything for him. Now he got rid of the problem because he was the only yes man in that camp. Now he got rid of the issue, and you still got a problem. The issue is you want him there. Because if he's there and D's doing the same thing, he's subject to lose the same way. Stop playing. Time reveals all truth. And here we are. Changes. You're seeing D with footwork. You're seeing him hit short hooks on the inside, working the body. You're scared. You're scared. Keep being scared. Because July 24th, he caught COVID, allegedly. The 9th, listen, fight the man or retire.
Yeah, that's
I was nice when I said 5. I'm saying 3 now. I got a stack on it.
Not only that, Drew, but how about this? What they've been able to witness through this process is they're not seeing a one-trick pony here. Somebody lied to us. Somebody lied. There's no one-trick pony going on here. This is a man that can box. Right. And then all of a sudden there's an epiphany and say, well, he did medal in the Olympics, didn't he?
The only one.
If you medal in the Olympics, you're there on the merits of your accomplishments.
He was only boxing. He was only boxing a year when he did that too.
Exactly.
Come on now. This is what I'm saying. He's the only person. I'm like, when I read the ridicule, I'm like, wait a minute. Is this not the American champion? What planet am I on? Do y'all realize who y'all rooting for? Yeah. Do y'all know Tyson Fury has a damn near a criminal record? What kind of conversation are we having? I mean, seriously, do you recognize who you're rooting for? And I'm talking about all the detractors. I want to bring up things that Deontay didn't even do.
Right.
All right. This man, he just got on some interview, and he said his 5-fight plan. Bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, wait a minute. Did this idiot just say he wanted to fight Dillian White or somebody in the UK? He has no boxing license over there. He has no boxing license over there. He's lying in plain view. The most dangerous weapon is the one in plain view that you don't even pay attention to. Is he really holding a cane, or is it a sword or a crowbar? Wake up and smell the failure. This guy's a habitual liar. All right, it's funny.
Hey, you want to know something, Drew? I don't see it's like this, right? We're living in a time where even if a person tell you or show you how they is, if people love them or like them, they don't even care if this man Tyson Fury, he literally goes forward. To his credit, he's very transparent about this. He let you know he have mental issues. History has proven that he's all not there. He has all these issues, do all this, and people get mad when he don't do accountable things. He letting you know who he is.
How many times defenses he had? How many times defenses he had?
He tell you who he is. So it's almost like, I don't know, man. I don't trust nothing with Tyson Fury, bro. I just don't.
He is not to be trusted. He is not to be trusted. Salute. Oh man, I just lost it. Hold on, let me go back up here. Salute to who's the brother right here? Duane Menzies. He says, I can't wait to see what Malik Scott has brought out into Deontay Wilder come October 9th. Salute Malik Scott. Salute to you, Famo. Much love and appreciation. John Baker in that super chat, he said, I want to see y'all talking this nonsense October 10th, Fury in 5, hashtag Wheeler, hashtag Dead Man Walking. So we got a he couldn't help himself. He can't comment in my chat. So he had to drop $5 to say, that's all right. That's all right, John Baker. Stand on your square and come back with a 10th because I'm gonna be live. This is the shit I'm talking about. He's chopping in the business. See, this is my castle. This is my castle, right? And they at the door, banging on the door, trying to get in. Yeah. But you're entitled to your opinion, but if you want to insult me, you got to pay me. If you want to insult me, you got to pay me.
My money. Take my money.
Take my money. But that's all right, John Baker. You was respectful. You was respectful, and that's cool in the game. But we're gonna see on the 10th because I'm going live. Salute to Stingy Loco. He said Bomb Squad all day.
Beautiful.
Salute my great brothers. Love to see what you're doing with Wilder, Malik, heavyweights, two-time. No diggity doubt. But hold on. My brother Malik Xavier Martinez in the building. He said, never forget Malik going to my dad's house and dropping off food during COVID and my mother-in-law. Oh, yeah. Xavier, yeah.
Oh, Xavier, what's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He told me all about that long before. He told me all about that in real time.
Yes, sir, man.
That's the fam right there. Mm-hmm. No doubt. So, yeah, I got people dropping super chats just to tell me they don't agree with me. That's solid. That's solid work.
Pay me to insult me. You got to pay me to insult me.
You got to pay me to insult me.
We appreciate it, John.
Yeah. I'm running with that one.
Yeah, man. Man, salute. They're coming in now. Salute to my brother Boss Red. He said, what up, Drew, in the panel? Ask Coach Scott, does Vada test Fury over in the UK? If not, does UCATA test him? That's a great question. Is he getting tested? That's a great question.
Absolutely.
So he's getting tested in the UK?
Hell yeah.
Wow. So there's no way around it. He has to come in clean with his love handles.
It's a must.
That's excellent. That's excellent, man.
Mm-hmm.
I recently saw a video and salute to 24 and he said, salute, fam. Salute to you, fam. Much love and appreciation. I recently saw a video with Captain Splits, a.k.a. Johnny Nelson. Captain Splits. You know what I call him?
You know what you call him? No, Drew, you call him Banana Split.
Banana Splits. Yeah. This guy right here. I couldn't believe this. I said, let me find a picture of this fool. This dude is doing a split in the ring. And look at his face. Good God.
Yeah.
Mr. Splits in that super chat, he said, salute panel. I will be there to support the champ and take pictures of all the disappointed Brits. Listen, man. Don't be surprised if Cass don't even showed up, man. Salute to you, Mr. Fitz. But yeah, I was looking at
I didn't understand Nelson's thing because it's like, is he like what he's mad because like I'm confident in Deontay? Like he's mad that we're confident. I don't get that. That came from a very, very weird place. Are they saying this to sell a fight? Like, no, the fight is sold already. I'm speaking facts. I'm sorry, there's nothing bad going on in camp for me to report. Deontay is looking the best he ever looked. I'm sorry that, it threatens the reality of some people, but that's just what it is, man. He's just at the best. He's at the peak of his career, and I guess he's supposed to not be since he took a loss. I'm sorry, that loss built this animal right here even more. It didn't tear him down, so it's not breaking news. I'm sorry, that's just not what it is. He refused to be teared down by that. He came back and is coming back even stronger, and that's facts. That's not selling the fight. That's facts. The fight is already sold.
That's right. And this is why I never understood.
I didn't get that thing with Johnny Nelson. It's like, and then a lot of these guys, they give you left-handed compliments. One minute he's saying something good about me and Deontay, but then in the same breath, it's that syndrome on, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but didn't disrespect you. I am not the one to shoot that left-handed compliment shit to, because when you see me in person, you're going to have to walk right by me because I don't want to talk to you. That energy has to remain the same. Stop doing that, man. Like, I'm not doing nothing but sit here actually sharing with the world how proud of and how good that Deontay is looking and the change that he made. What about selling the fight is that? Selling the fight, if I was to start talking about Tyson Fury's personal business that I know, just so it can make headlines. That would
have nothing to do with boxing.
Like,
they'd be ripping you for that. They'd be ripping you for that. Why are you attacking him and all this other stuff? Meanwhile, Deontay get attacked every day. Legitimately.
And don't say nothing about it.
They don't say anything. So Banana Splits. I watched that 5-minute interview. I said he sound like a fan. He sound like a scared fan.
Yeah, I know what that was about. Like, what was his complaint? Like, that we're confident that I'm saying Deontay's looking like what? I didn't get that shit. What the fuck was that about, man? Like,
you're supposed to bow down. You're supposed to be like, oh well, I don't know. I'm gonna do the best I can. And I'm
good with playing devil's advocate, Drew. Like, I love to play devil's advocate because I like to put myself in people's shoes. Even if I'm considered wrong, I still want to understand the perspective. I did not get that at all. What the fuck is he talking about? But then this is the same guy that put out a rumor about Deontay getting knocked down by Vladimir Klitschko. This is the same guy that have always said and took little shots at Deontay anyway. So it adds up why he's saying that. He put a rumor out about that. He's never seen that. Like Johnny. That was very disappointing. I didn't understand that at all, and it's probably because I don't want to understand it. A lot of this shit that go on and get said, I think I don't understand it because I don't want to understand it because it just don't make sense. It's like they're only happy when a narrative is bad about Deontay. Then people they are into it. Then it's believable. But if I'm saying like, no, he's looking crazy. Oh, he's just saying that. I'm sorry. Well, let's play your game. He's looking like shit. How is it? He's looking bad and he's still wild and he's throwing punches and his legs are skinny and he have no skills and that's all. Does that we got to cut that shit out on every level of life. Don't wait till this dude retire to give him his flowers. He's special. He's the hardest hitting puncher in the sport. History of it. And I'm including everybody that's considered great or that you call great. He's a special individual. I'm sorry that I'm his head trainer and he's showing me things that I've never seen him do before. And I'm sharing it with you guys. Don't tell me I'm selling the fight because of that. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, no, we ain't no puppet masters over here, bro.
Absolutely not, man. That's nothing more than UK Ninja Babble. Okay?
That's all it is.
That guy right there, listen. Protect the psyche of AJ over there too. Remember that. How dare they give any compliment or any acknowledgement for something positive for the Wilder camp because AJ is so fragile. He might go stand on the ledge of a bridge or something. If you guys, if someone says something positive in your favor, remember that's the same guy who has said, why is he so confident? What makes him so confident? He's questioning. He doesn't understand certain things.
Right.
The guy is like wrapped in rice paper. You understand? That's how fragile he is.
Just
so when they talk like that, there is purpose behind it. It just happens that it comes out negatively to this part of the world. But I've already peeped that game over there because they know. This is why they haven't offered to say much about mentioning his name, meaning Wilder's name.
It's like
he just did an interview the other day where they asked him, once the trilogy match takes place, what are your thoughts or whatever? And he said, well, I would look forward to fighting Fury if we could get beyond the trilogy match. He was like, but the winner, I don't know. He wouldn't even say Deontay's name, but he's acknowledging Deontay will be the winner.
That's right.
Crazy.
How fragile is this guy?
That's right. That's right.
Crazy,
they 1 minute they have an outcome, next minute they don't. It's pathetic. Salute to DJ7 for life. He says, salute Drew Titan. Wilder will destroy Fury. Hashtag Wilder. Hashtag facts. And we got who else here? I don't want to miss anybody. Oh wow. Diana Branch, salute, sis. She said, Malik, Fury looking about 25 to 30 pounds lighter. Y'all please check that. I wouldn't put it past Fury at all. I mean, we on it, man. He won't be able to get away with ish. We on it. Salute to my brother DOG. He said confidence is not liked in the UK. I promise you. He would know. He out there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Salute to Alfred. Alfred says salute to Team Bomb Squad. Haters gonna hate. Stay strong. I got Wilder by vicious body bag. A rude awakening coming for Fury. Hashtag big bag stay. I'm sorry, I read that. Big bag stay jacked. No doubt. And salute to JK Production. He said if Fury tests positive, would y'all still fight him? That's a good question.
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. There's no mercy on nothing. You want. There's no mercy in the ring. Is no mercy. If you play against the rules outside the ring, is no mercy. Like, we're gonna break you for all the money, and you giving up the belt, and you can go and retire and go back into depression. It's none of that. It's none of that.
Depression that he never went and got help with for. Salute to Michael Johnson, boxer talking more. He said they didn't sell Wallin as someone couldn't win, but we'll do Wilder like that. And that's absolutely true. And salute to my brother, I am Chill Will in that super chat. He said, I have so many questions for King Malik. I know, brother. But you know what's up. You know what's happening. We got something special. And salute to my brother Deacon 305.
Deacon 305?
Deacon 305, man. He said he's a frequent on the barbershop. He said he love and appreciate you, Tay Jones, Deontay, the entire squad, man. Deacon 305, in my opinion, that night I had that conversation with Sugar Hill. I wasn't the highlight. It wasn't me or Tay. It was Deacon. Yeah. Deacon, he stole the show. It wasn't even me. It was Deacon. But what I wanted to ask you is, forget Johnny Nelson. Do you have any faith in the WBC?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it's circumstantial. Let's just say that it's circumstantial. And that last stunt that just went down with that kid, this has nothing to do with the kid fighting skills. Can he fight? That's the obvious. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Everyone the price. I don't get what the fuck was that, Drew? What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
bro.
And it's like if certain platforms are not talking about it, it just don't get talked about. Obviously you covered it, Drew, because you know how you are when it comes to shit like that. It's like, what was that?
We know what it is, but when we talk about it, we're race baiting. Listen, shout out to, let me read this real quick. Shout out to my brother Duane Menzies back in that super chat. He said, win or lose, I have mad love for Deontay Wilder and what he brings to the sport of boxing and also standing up for black people. And that segue, I'm glad you left that super chat. Much love and appreciation, brother. That's what I'm saying. And then he says, boycott the WBC. I'm triple, quadruple glad you said that, Duane. Now let's get to it. The reason why I brought that up is, shout out to Mauricio Suleiman.
Didn't I see you do something with him before, Drew?
Who, with Mauricio? Oh yeah. I asked him questions and it went right over his head. Right over his head. Where the gloves at? Okay. All we asked him to do, look, we said there's something going on with those gloves. Could you look at it? I said, was you there when the hands got wrapped? He said no. Who put the gloves on? I don't know. But he was in the room. He told Tay he was in the room. So he missed all of that. I said, so where the gloves at? He said, I don't know. I said, you know where they at? He said, no. I said, they're in Sugar Hill's house because he told us. So all we're asking you to do is to look at the damn gloves. because when Labarbi got cheated allegedly by Togo, the Japanese fighter, the gloves was on his desk. The gloves was on his desk, and he went hard. And I said, you know what? If Togo cheated, good, get her. That's all we're saying. But we're saying, yo, look, Fury, the glove is doing the Matrix. Could you go look at that, please? No, we're trying to take away from this historic night. Historic night? Now it's an historic night? Only because D lost, it's an historic night? And then I get home, turn on the TV, and see Larry Merchant's Tales from the Crypt looking ass talk about last of the great black hope. Somebody's asleep in the wheel with the PBC. But this, what planet am I on? What planet am I on? So yes, shout out to Mauricio Suleiman for letting us know that this is the Latino belt. It's a Latino sanctioning body, and we don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. He popped dirty. Look, it shouldn't be on the list. This kid's fighting. And what do I say? Time reveals all truth because he got beat like a drum. Lars, Metallica. He got beat like a drum, my man.
For real.
He got beat like a drum. Okay.
It takes boxing conversations with Reggie Owens to handle Mauricio. You remember when he had him on? Reggie was like, "Yeah, what's up with this?" You know, and he talking.
You racist, my friend.
You
racist. You racist. Word. Explain this crap. Explain this crap. I had some clown talking about, oh, you say you so fair about boxing, but you saying free Big Baby Miller. I said, look, man, that's right. Free my man. He hasn't fought in like 2 years. Free Big Baby. Have it a free for all. Because I know what would happen. Y'all be crying your eyes out because if you let D get hopped up on whatever, they were going to be body bags for real and y'all going to be crying about it. I'm not playing. The man popped dirty. All right. Now, everybody is saying they got everything to say about us talking about this guy popping dirty and still being allowed to fight. But Josh Taylor said the exact same thing that we're saying. Where's the smoke for Josh Taylor?
Nothing was said.
In his skirt. Talk to me.
And I met the bastard Maurice Suleiman and shook his hand.
Shook his hand. We had an LDBC get together 2 years ago. He showed up. He showed up. Stop smiling in my face, and when I turn my back, stabbing me, man. I don't care about the WBC. I don't care about the WBA. The sport of boxing has shown us who they are and what they think about us. WBA, Mike Fox. That's all I got to say. We had his dad on the show a few weeks ago. And I had to tell him what happened to you and your son is consistent with the atmosphere of boxing. This is how they do us. They tried to skin the gloves. That failed. The ref literally asked him, who okayed these? And you hear someone in what's Maestro. You hear someone in this corner say, I didn't. Went in there, got his ass whooped, and they robbed him on the cars. And we found out that one of the judges is racist. But we're racist for pointing it out?
Yeah.
Damn. And then Deontay Wilder stands proud on what he says? And we're the race soldiers? Get the F out my chat. I don't want you here. Get out of here. I don't want you here. And I know they're beating on the door. I know when this video uploads, they're gonna be in the comment section. F you with a lit flare. F you and your mama. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm not on nobody's payroll. I could say what I say. You will never find me sitting next to Stephen A. Snitch. You would never find me sitting next to Skip Brainless. You would never find me sitting next to Jim Lampley. You would never find me sitting next to anybody on Triller. You would never put me in front of anybody named Teofimo Lopez or Tyson Fury because I got questions. Ask Sugar Hill. No smoke. Stop playing with me. But I'm going to go ahead and pass it on.
Hey, I got a question on Malik.
Yeah, baby.
What is Deontay Wilder's weight right now, and what is his goal? What is his goal for fight night for his weight?
As far as the goal weight, him and his nutritionist has been doing a real good job with it. And what was his fight for Fury, the last one? What was it, 30, 28, 30? What was the last week for the last fight? Whatever it was, it's going to be a few pounds heavier than that. Expect Deontay to come in almost 240. something like that. 35, something like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be real good.
Wow.
Devon, what you got on that? You kind of quiet down there, brother.
Let me jump in here real quick, Drew.
Yep. Go ahead, brother. You can hear me?
Yeah, I just want to jump in real quick. I didn't want to switch. Yeah. Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to throw in my quick thoughts about WBC real quick because I talked about it on my channel right after the fight with Oscar Valdez and Robson Constanzao. The crazy thing is that I think a lot of us didn't want to watch the fight for obvious reasons. I wasn't going to watch the fight, and then something just told me in my gut that I think Constanzao is going to pull the upset, and I thought to myself, I don't want to miss that. Like, I want to be a part of that because, of what Oscar Valdez was able to get away with and whatnot. So I tuned in.
Was it close?
And I would live stream the shit because, nah.
It wasn't close.
Nah. So the crazy thing is, of course, I'm not going to pay for it, right? I'm not gonna pay for it. So I live streamed it. And I couldn't get the damn volume to work. So I watched the whole fight on mute.
Beautiful.
Good
so
job.
I had no commentating, no crowd, nothing. So I'm watching
That's where to watch a fight.
And I'm going through the first three rounds. I scored it for Constanzao, right? And I'm thinking, ooh, this might get bad. This might get really bad. And as the fight went on, I'm just beside myself because, number one, I expected Valdez to do a bit better. I'll be completely honest with you. But Constanzao did his homework, and he came in jabbing, moving, sliding, ducking, going to the body, defense on point, and just beating him up, right? So when they pulled him into the middle of the ring to announce the scorecards, I had it on my scorecard. I got my little notepad here. I wrote down my scorecard. I had it 117. 110 for Constanzao, and that's one round even because they took a point from Constanzao for hitting behind the head. So I'm thinking it might be close because, WBC, Oscar Valdez, whatever may have you, but I'm like, there's no way. It might be a split or a majority, but there's no way they're going to give this to Valdez. So I'm watching on mute. I can't even hear the scorecards. And all of a sudden, I see Valdez's hand get raised. I swear to God, Malik, I almost flipped my table over. I was like, what? And then I had to wait until later. I went live, and I was going crazy. And I finally found a YouTube video that already dropped of the post fight, and they read the scorecards. The judges gave the opposite of what I gave. They gave it 117, 110 for Valdez.
Talk about that one judge.
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
That one judge. We found out.
I don't even know who the judges were, Drew. So
that one judge, and shout out to Blue Blood Sports because this is where I saw it, was in bed with the WBC anyway. He had a close relationship with Mauricio Sulaiman. It was a Mauricio Jorge, his father, but it was a conflict of interest. So we're catching it from all angles, So D may need a knockout as he's going to get in the third round. Vegas heavyweight said, Fury said, he's coming into the fight 300 pounds. While the bench press 300 pounds, Fury caught COVID.
Ain't coming in no fight 300.
He ain't coming in no 300 pounds. But I get what he's saying. That's hilarious. Salute to my brother Robert Singleton. He said Canseco, whatever, beat the brakes off of Valdez. And Valdez ain't Valpez. That's what we call him, Stormy. Oscar Valpez. and salute to Michael Johnson. He said, salute to Michael Jackson, Boxer Talk More. He said, he didn't hit him in the back of the head. It was like he was petting a dog.
Valpez.
Oscar Valpez, man. Salute Michael Johnson, man. Much love, man. So,
y'all,
go ahead.
Did y'all see his face, though? His face looking like melted ice cream.
He was beaten up. He looked like the Elephant
He was
Man
real
after
beat
that
up.
fight.
You know what he looked like? He looked like that when you're in mid-transformation on The Walking Dead, when you're about to turn into a zombie. That's what he looked like.
Damn, mid-transformation.
That's what he looked like. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, we can't win for losing. You know, it's disgusting. So I'm done with the WBC. I'm done with the WBA. They're all trash. Black Murderers Row is real. And I think that all fighters that give a damn about the integrity of the sport, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, I don't care who you are. I don't pay to see these damn belts anyway. I don't care. I don't care. Some of the best fights in the history of the sport, a lot of them didn't have a belt involved.
Right.
You know, so I'm with the school of thought where, you know, we pay to see the talent. So the talent need to get together, make the fights, and you know, I'll pay for the pay-per-view, or I'll physically go to the event. I have no problem with that. Absolutely no problem.
Yeah, what
Through these belts, the sanctioning bodies, you're paying the sanctioning fee. Yo, Malik, can you share how the sanctioning fees work? Do you know? Because I don't know.
I know this. I know that sanctioning fees, obviously, they don't exist if high-key marketing fighters are not paying. But the sanctioning fees, in my opinion, without saying numbers, is so high that it's crazy, man. And I didn't heard elite champions literally complain about every time they fight. The purse that they have to give for the sanctioning fee is outrageous. I'm just trying to figure out when does it stop. I'm trying to figure out when does it, or at least get discussed by the so-called higher powers. A lot of the things you bring to the front line, Drew,
right,
is uncomfortable for the so-called hires that be. You're really a pain in the ass to people that like to, you know, get over on people.
Right.
As far as this game is concerned, I don't know numbers. I just know. I mean, I do know numbers, but I don't want to say, you know, names and stuff like that. But it's sad, man. I wish it would come to the front line and discuss more, because, I mean, bro, you know, it's just crazy what fighters is paying, because you win a title, you work hard your whole life, you win a title, and now you're paying to basically defend that title, win, lose, or draw.
It's silly.
Yeah.
It's silly.
And
it's
what I'm saying, Drew, real quick, what I'm saying is this too. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be a fee. I'm just saying the actual fee that it is highway robbery. That's what
it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you remember Carlos Baldomir won the title and couldn't afford to pay the sanctioning fee?
Yeah, he beat Zab Judah for it, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
he beat Zab Judah for it and couldn't
even pay the sanctioning fee.
Yep.
Sad.
It's disgusting.
Wow.
Right, so, thank you.
Wow.
A salute to Haas Boxing. He said, salute to the panel. Have you guys seen what Jared Anderson said on his Instagram about Wilder and RP? You know what, bro? I don't want to give that any. I appreciate the super chat, brother. Much love. I saw it, and I don't want to give Jared any shine.
It was that bad, huh?
Already addressed it.
Bro.
You seen it, Tay?
I already addressed it.
On your channel, or you sent it?
No, we spoke one-on-one.
Yeah. Man, listen. You know, sometimes when these athletes are, when they feel like, first of all, when you're on social media, anybody has access to you. So they can either show you unconditional love or they could dump on you.
Right.
And I guess in that car, he felt like he was getting dumped on, and he pulled I got white people in my family. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. All right. So you know what? Fine. I'm not gonna say anything.
Sound like Andre Ward.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, I know what it is. So I'm not gonna give him any light on that. I'm gonna let him work it out. And whatever's happened to Deontay and any other black Mike Fox, okay, it can happen to you. And when it happens to you, you'll be okay. Call your white relative. Salute to Ed Conquest in that super chat. You know, you don't need my help. You don't need my help. You know what I'm saying? Ed Conquest in that super chat. Much love, man. Salute to Antonio Handbrake. He said, man, it seems like the only way this changes if we create our own promotion somehow, man. Salute Drew, LDBC, Tay, and Malik for having our champions back. No doubt.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, look, this is an amazing thing. This is an amazing time in the sport because this is equivalent to police brutality. All right, for in the 60s and 50s and 60s or whatever, in the 70s, we were telling people, yo, look, the cops doing this. And the people that never experienced it saying that can't happen. They're here to help us. Right. Now, we have these phones where we can go live and they can go worldwide from here to Australia, Africa. And in real time, you can see a black person get shot in the back while they're running away. Yep, and we're saying, yo, look, man, that's not, the cop wasn't in danger. Why'd he shoot him?
Right.
Well, he must have did something. Cognitive dissonance. That's what this is. We're seeing it. So now this is what boxing is right now. We're seeing the crimes. What are we going to do about it? It's up to us.
Yeah.
It's up to us. And by the way, because I know this is coming, because the people banging at the door trying to get in right now. Oh, well, Drew, you was a cop. How many black people you arrested? I arrested 100 less than Sugar Hill. Eat a dick. That's how we do it. Yep. That's how you handle
Willie
that.
Is watching this. Willie Lowe is loving this, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Please don't play with me. I grew up roasting.
Yeah,
I grew up roasting. There's no part of this roast you'll win at all. At all.
Don't get me started.
Man, listen. They don't want no smoke.
Take a deep breath, Stormy. Take a deep breath.
Yo, salute to my brother Focus Ball. He said, win the title, vacate, spend the bread on your own belt. We got to do it ourselves. My concern is it's a bargaining chip at this point for Undisputed. And AJ can keep his word, you know, maybe, just maybe something will happen. Maybe something will happen. Do you think it's about? Oh, wait, hold on. Y'all gonna love this. Y'all ready?
Yeah, give it to me.
Y'all ready for this? We got a special guest in the building. I'm gonna pass the mic. BFTB in the mother effing house. What's good, bro?
What up, man?
What up? What up?
What's popping with y'all, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I see my uncle in the building. I see Malik, my homie Tay in the building. What's popping with y'all, man?
What's going on with it?
What's good with it?
Man, I can't call it, bro. Hey, man, I definitely have some questions for God, man. I know you working with the king. I know you working with the champ. You know, you didn't wait. Something that people, and I don't know if you can even go into this or not, but I mean, I don't know if you're watching me, but I don't be giving MPG from home. But you know, I don't be really caring about a lot of the stuff that be going on. But man, how are you taking it? Being there right now, you got the champ. You know what I'm saying? The champ. They always was saying like the last dude that I'm talking about, he don't listen and all this other stuff. Like, what's your take on that, champ? I don't even know if you can still it, but I'm just curious.
Can you hear me, bro? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Did you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, can you say the last part of your question?
Yeah, say that last part again. You was kind of breaking
the
up.
last part.
Okay, let me say it again. The dude that was training D last time, Breland, I don't know if you can speak on it or not, but he was saying a lot of negativity about the champ, don't listen, stuff like that, and I just wanted to hear what your take was on that, if you could speak on it.
I just believe, man, to keep, in retrospect, I just look at it like you just got to be creative at the elite level, especially when you're dealing with just, you know, powerful, special athletes, champions, especially in this sport. I keep it new. I'm creating every day for Deontay. Once I see he got the rift of something, it become a part of our drills. Then we go to something else. Then that become a part of our drill. Then we go to something else and it come to a part of our drill. What I'm not going to do is just teach somebody how to throw a 1-2 every time I train them, and that's it. That's just me. My fighter's not looking forward to nothing.
Yeah.
I want when people train with me, I want them to know that we're going to get creative. I want them to know that they could tell me what don't feel comfortable, and I'm going to tell them that don't feel comfortable because you've been doing it the wrong way all this time. It's going to feel uncomfortable right now because you're finally doing it the right way. Let's stay uncomfortable until we make that comfortable. I don't think before Deontay really had nothing to look forward to when it came to coming to the gym. Now he come to the gym and he's like a kid in the candy store. He come to the gym, he just know that we're about to create. It's like what you got today for me, bro. Because he know I'm always on. He know that I'm obsessed and I'm a student of the game and I'm obsessed with him getting his title back. So we always cooking. You know what I'm trying to say? And we're seasoning Fury right now. When I say that, I mean from every angle of technicality is concerned. We're systematically going to break this dude down. Systematically. And Deontay is looking forward to it. And he liked the system. He liked the creativity. He liked the push. He don't like the laid back. Deontay is not. He's a laid back guy when it comes to not boxing. He's a homebody. But when it comes to boxing, his high energy, you got to match that. Because if you can't, his energy will take over you. And then before you know it, you're becoming just in the back type of quiet, type of whispering. You cannot be like that with him. You just can't. And I'm not like that even as a person when it comes to life or boxing, the things that I'm passionate about. So I'm definitely not like that when it comes to us going to go get this title back. You got to be creative. Creativity was missing from Deontay Wilder's arsenal. I bring that. A pure boxing 24/7 brain was missing from Deontay's arsenal. I bring that. A 24/7 spiritual uplifting. It was missing from the head trainer aspect. I bring that. You know what I'm trying to say? The late night calls, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Him waking up at 8 in the morning. He got 3 text messages from me. 2 of them is film studies of example. 1 of them is a text telling him what we cannot afford to do. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I don't know.
Indeed.
You know, I say this in all humbleness because his former trainer paved the way, not just for me, but a tons of fighters that came through in this game because of history. But when it comes to training, when it comes to this chemistry, this fighting chemistry that me and Deontay Wilder have, is like night and day compared to what him and Mark have.
That's right.
May I add on to that for you too, brother? I'd like to add on to that.
I was going to say that leads me into my next. I'm going to give it to you, Unc. But I just want to lead into my next thing because what people fail to realize that I heard Tyson Fury, when he put Coke down, dude was saying you can teach an old dog new tricks. And people look at this, they look at Deontay and they look at the champ, age, and they think, oh, because of his age, he teach new tricks. And what people don't understand is it has nothing to do with how old he is. It's how young he is in the game. And that's why I did that live today. I told y'all this man is green, bro. Deontay Wilder legitimately has less fights than pretty much everybody you know in the sport of boxing.
Right.
Like, honest, so I wanted to get Malik his thought process on that. Not the fact that he's an older person, like he's in his 30s, no, but the fact that he's young in the game. So where you're talking about his age, you're looking at his age, so you can't teach an old dog. Deontay Wilder is he's a puppy again, bro. What he's doing right now is puppy years, bro. He's not old like that. How they looking at talking about his age, and I wanted to get your take on that.
I would agree with them people if Deontay Wilder was if he had 10 title defenses and all his fights before them was all like back and forth hardcore fights. He was knocked down. He would get up and win. The damage he took so much, but he still won. If that was the case, I would agree with them people. But I have really a fresh stallion horse, man. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Because he has the only punishment or wear and tear Deontay Wilder had is literally every training camp he's been in preparation for fights. It's not the actual fights. Because think about it. If he's a knockout artist, what actual punishment have he taken? That last fight was the worst he ever felt, and he finished on his feet. You take that fight away, and you take like the one shot he got caught with Ortiz and was hurt and survived that in a very intelligent way with a clinch game that was on point. Eric Molina corner with a shot before. You know, but the term "this is boxing," you're going to get hit. Sometimes you go out the window when Deontay Wilder gets hit because people can't even believe it, so they attack it.
Right.
So they attack it because it barely happens. People didn't attack when Arturo Gatti really got hit. You want to know why? Because they know they was used to it. It's a part of Arturo Gatti makeup, his brand, him fighting. It's a part of the Rocky Balboa thing. When Deontay Wilder get hit, it's like, oh, you see, Butchercom almost had him out with a shot. Why can't it be he's a real champion? He took that shot and came back. Why can't that be the narrative? It's only the truth. Yeah. It's only the truth. But you will see somebody else that they not questioning AJ's chin.
Yep.
Since Vladimir knocked him down, since Angel Ruiz did what he did to him, they don't question AJ's chin. Deontay, I mean, okay, you take the thing that he got knocked down, he got hit behind the head by Fury, had no legs and all that. Besides that, when has he ever been down by anybody? Or he's had him out on his feet. He clinched him, got through the storm, and became Deontay Wilder again. The narrative always changed when it comes to this dude, man. It always. People get praised for things they do well that Deontay do on a basic, everyday base, man. It's like it's regular to him to, you know, I guess get caught with a shot from time to time and come back and knock people out. But the narrative would say, man, you see that shot Eric Molina hit him with? Man, if Eric Molina hit him, guess what, guys? I'm sorry to tell you, Eric Molina is heavy-handed.
Yes, he is.
Anybody that boxes him will tell you that he's a dangerous puncher. I'm sorry that y'all see him as some journeyman. I'm sorry that y'all don't think much of him. But this is real boxing talk I'm giving y'all. Eric Molina is a real opponent. He has real heavy hands. He hurt Chris Arreola in Chris Areola's prime.
Yes.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Like he hurt Chris Areola in a way like even Vitali didn't kind of hurt him. Vitali punished Areola over rounds. Eric Molina actually hurt him with one shot.
That's right.
He hit Deontay on the button. Deontay, of course, got a little wobble, come back and clip him. Y'all got the stories just have to get finished when it comes to Deontay. That's what I don't like. Like the stories just have to get finished. Don't just say, yeah, but Ortiz hurt him, so we got to see what happens. No, the story is, yeah, Ortiz hurt him, but then Ortiz got knocked the fuck out. Now we finished this.
Fact.
Like it comes to he got a good jab. He needs to use it. Don't come from, man, he was jabbing shit out that motherfucker and knocked him right out. That's the real story. The real story is Bermain Stavern never was knocked out like that. The real story is no one ever made Sergey Lagovich ever see the ground. The real story is no one has ever stretched out off the Spilka on the back foot. The real story is no one has beat Ortiz back-to-back. The real story is if Ortiz was in a tough fight with anybody else, how he was with Deontay that first one, no one would have gave him a selected rematch. No one.
They ain't fighting him to begin with.
The real story is Ortiz wasn't his mandatory, and he gave him an opportunity. The real story is even when he had his most highest point in his fight, he's seeking glory spot for his people. That's the real story. The real story is Deontay Wilder is looking better than he's ever looked. But guess how they'll paint the narrative? Guess what they say, guys? Oh, anybody could look good on pads. That's the hateful comment right now.
Yeah.
Don't saying that right now. You want to know why? Because I'm gonna tell you what. Let's zone in on that. We'll take modern day pad, right? Which is Floyd Mayweather shit, right? Deontay Wilder is not doing none of that shit over here. One, because he wouldn't even allow it. Two, I don't believe in teaching it. Guess how they paint the story? Man, all of that stuff he be doing on all of what stuff? We're doing technical, intent work on the pads. And everyone is not looking good on the pads doing technical work. People is looking good on the pads doing choreographic stuff. People is looking good on the pads, likes and views. Ram, ain't too many people looking good on pads with real intent.
Right.
Wilder had real intent. Real intent. My ribs are sore. I'm throwing up. My abs is contracting. The other day I tried to get up doing 13 rounds with it. I tried to get up. Joey had to come over and help me off the floor because my ab literally went to a knot. I disturbed. You could just see my ab twisted.
Oh.
I'm going home with hips, short swords, because I'm not just letting him hit the pad. Listen to how serious this is. I'm letting him beat up on my shoulders. letting him beat up on the top of my head, on my hips, on my back, because guess what? We're gonna beat the shit out of Fury like this. We're gonna beat him up. If it happened with one punch, like I said, it's gonna be done in the system.
Malik,
good on the pad. Don't go for that, guys. This is not choreographical pad work. We're not imitating Floyd and Rock. We're not imitating Broner and whoever. This is not that. I'm working on the things that need to be worked on, that we continue to work on every single day. I ain't got that man dipping all the way down under somebody's waistline. He's Pernell Whitaker. Stop that narrative.
Man.
If Deontay Wilder was fighting Bermane Stiverne or someone shorter, y'all think I would really have him ducking under a hook? Geometrically, guys, y'all have to look at the body type of fighter. When a 6'7" guy, 6'9" guy, guess what? That 6'7" guy is going to have to duck under hooks, because basically the hooks is coming at his head. And guess what, guys? The gloves are small. I don't want Deontay catching every hook on his gloves. I want my fighter to get under hooks, weave from hooks, catching hooks, getting under. I teach a very, I can say this, a very safe way when it comes to defense. I don't believe in just having your hands here taking punches as a heavyweight, even though you're blocking. It's still impact. Go look at the movie Concussion. That's just not with football. That's just with boxing. My job is to make sure Deontay Wilder becomes a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, and my goddaughter, Kaori Wilder, still have her father to talk to and play with. All his kids, he get every dime he wants. He can leave this fucking game. I'm looking at the whole big picture. Beating Fury is just a part of it, in my opinion. His safety, him getting back, and then defending the title again. I'm way ahead. Fury is just a pawn in this. You know what I mean? He's a chapter in this. We're about to close this chapter. Then we going over to knock Joshua out. Whatever Deontay want to do from there is up to him. But I do not want this to get caught up like this. Oh, anyone can look good on the pads. No, they cannot. Stop saying that. Anyone can look good choreographically on the pads. Like, that plan. Now, intentful pad work is real. Guess who does good intentful pad work? Derek James and Errol Spence. That's called intentful pad work. Look at Errol Spence. He fights just like that. He fights just like that. Look, intentful pad work is not the pad work that Floyd and Roger was doing with each other. Intentful pad work is actually the pad work that Floyd is doing with other young fighters. He doesn't even do the pad work that he was taught.
Right. That was just for show.
He doesn't even do all that show pad work when he teach and fight. Look at what people teach, and it'll tell you everything about him. Floyd is teaching intent work. Intent pad work. That's not choreographed. That's not go around the back 2 straddle steps, 4 uppercut. He don't teach that. Look when he working with them young fighters. That shit is 1-2. Make sure that shoulder is back. That shit is 1-2-3. Get over there to the body. Do that again. He brings it very down. You want to know why? In tune with the reality of what goes on in the ring. Floyd is the best bank robber. He bank robbed. He bank robbed the bank. He bank robbed people mentality. He bank robbed people's spirit. Y'all go through all of that shit, man. He made y'all think he wasn't training hard because he had 50 girls around him. He made y'all think he was drinking at a club when there was cranberry juice in his club. Man, Floyd has manipulated all of y'all when really he's the best technical fighter to ever put on a pair of gloves. Just look at how he teach. Look at how that man Wilder is. Deontay, it's not even in Deontay's personality. If you know him, he wouldn't even allow no trainer to do no choreographed pad work with him. He don't play that shit. He's not a choreographic ass type of person. He hate that kind of pad work. So y'all think I'm going to take the hardest punch in the history of the sport that hasn't even ran numbers on people in combination wise. I'm going to make him Pernell Whitaker and Floyd Mayweather on the pads. Y'all got to come on. It's like R. Kelly said, stop, quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. Yo,
Malik. Yo, Malik. I got so pissed off with this, right? I said, man, I want to help, man. I'm going to go down there and I want to hold the body pads for D.
Yo,
and I saw you throwing up the other day. I said, fuck that.
Hey, bro.
I said, fuck that.
But that was from because I asked him for a double liver shot and I forgot I asked him for I asked him for a double liver shot, and I thought I asked him for a single. And while he was throwing the double, I burped at the same time from the single. So when I went to the corner, I already was burping, and the water made it come up even more. I was burping. You know what I mean? The other day, man, we did 16, 17 rounds on just basically body, man. And when I tell you, I went home. First, I went to. No, I didn't. Guess what happened? I couldn't even go right home because I was so sore. I had to go to Deontay's pool house. Hot tub and go soaking there. So, but when D was eating and after training and everything, he thought I was back at the crib. He called me, yo, what's up, bro? I said, no, bro, I'm here. I'm soaking at the crib. He like, you in the pool? I'm like, yeah. It was him or Snick. I'm like, yeah, I just got fit. Bro, it's no joke. It's no. And at one time, I was wondering for a while, because one day I told him, I said, bro, after all these rounds, I be feeling like I sparred like 4 different motherfuckers, man. And he brought something to my attention. He was like, bro, you know, you're the only one that has ever went this long on pads with me since I've been champion ever. And like, I forgot. At one time, he had 4 different pad guys. So no one was taking. I'm wondering.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he had 4 different guys, man. And even back then,
Speak on it.
Well, I say he keeps switching guys. He keeps switching guys. But now I see why they were switching. Just because the pounding. The constantly pat. Now, what about? I'm talking to you guys about. Hold on. I'm talking to you guys about all the pounding that lands. What about the shots that miss that hit me on my neck? The shots that miss that hit me on my pecs. The shots that miss to the liver and really get around to my kidneys. The shots that and all of this is hard shit. He don't even know how. Deontay's going soft is 75% still hard. He don't know how to like really like pull back.
You in a fight and you're not fighting back.
Come on, man. And now you have to, because I was talking to JD's about this the other day, and it helped me understand it. To take less punishment from him when it comes to that, actually the sparring partners, they take less because they're able to get away. There is no missing me.
Yeah,
because
right in front of him.
I'm right in front. He everything is landing.
Oh my God!
Oh, the other day I went and picked up my cigar. My finger went like this. I had to undo it. It come from the constant pounding. Yeah, bro. Hell
Yo,
yeah.
salute
I
to Healer, the Mind, Body,
like.
and Coach.
Hell
He said,
yeah,
I would love to talk technique with Tay, Stormy, and Malik, man. You're going to get your chance, fam.
Hell yeah.
Focus Ball he's a fighter himself. No doubt.
And Malik, what you're saying is equivalent to receivers that used to play with the Denver Broncos used to complain about John Elway splitting their fingers. They would have to wear gloves because they would get their fingers split if they didn't wear gloves because he would throw the ball so hard. And I think the catcher I think it was Alan Nash used to catch for the Houston Astros. He had to wear a glove, and I think it said a sock up under the glove because Nolan Ryan would pitch so hard.
It's serious.
God damn.
It's serious. And that, like, you know, and now I have 2 body masks. Everlast sent me one, and then I have my own one. They both basically protect the same, but once he get going, I feel all that shit. Once because Deontay, he's not a go through the motion bad type of person. The only time we slow it down is when I see wrongness done. I'm like, hold on, we got to do that over. Let's do that over. Now let's just slow it all the way down. All of it. He go too fast, slower. That's the only time that shit is soft, when we're going like this. All the other time, because he can't wait to train. So by the time I get to the house or he get to the gym, he's like a bull. He's ready to go. We like me and Joey be talking about ways to like pull back so he don't bro. It's like, yo, man, he ain't fucking around. He's not fucking. And being around him, you're not fucking around. You're just not, especially me. I'm extremely passionate about this job, and this is saying a lot. More passionate than I was about anything in my life. Anything. You know what I mean? I'm giving him everything.
And Malik, I'm so glad that you brought up. Yeah, Malik, I'm so glad you brought up your experience with working on the pads, man, because it's one thing that I told people on my channel when you first came on board with Deontay. I said, look, not only, in my personal opinion, I think it's the best move that Deontay made in his career, bringing you on board first and foremost. But on a on a more stylistic point of view and, working the pads, you being a former heavyweight fighter yourself,
with the body
not
type.
only can you withstand and hold the pads for a long time and deal with Deontay's power much better than, the other trainers, not to mention names that were working with him before, but also when you're in the motions of working the pad work, you can correct him on the spot as a heavyweight, as a former heavyweight boxer yourself, and say, hold up, pause. You see your footwork right here? Yeah, let's correct that. Nice. And you can work through those motions. And I told people, this is crucial right here, because Malik is not only able to absorb his power, but also correct and refine the skill set.
Right.
And I was going through the motions, and I dissected the training footage that you did, or that Deontay posted on his Instagram, and I did a film study on it. And somebody in my channel said, "Hey, Divine, would you, if somebody paid you $20,000, would you take a 5-punch combination to the body?" I was like, "Hell no!" Like if you're struggling with body shots like that, Malik Scott, a former heavyweight fighter, there's no way. There's no way that my 170-pound body is going to be able to take that type of punishment.
And keep this in mind, Deontay, like one thing I've noticed too, once he's in the gym, he treated as he's in the fight. So when we going at it for all those rounds on pads and body, and I'm asking for stuff, I'm the opposition. There is no, like, I'm not hitting my brother hard to the body because he's no, he's taking me the fuck out. He's going. And I have to match that energy. I have to challenge that energy. There's not there is no sympathy for me, or no, because I'm sore, because no. After that shit, he see I'm sore, bro, hit that recovery because we're going tomorrow again, later. That's what that is. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? What's up? It's not like Monday we go hard. Then Tuesday he went hard, so he's not going that hard. No. He's coming harder on Tuesday. He's coming harder. Like, the shit just goes up and up and up. That's why, like, people is noticing that I'm in pretty good shape now myself, because dealing with him, I just have to be. I would never be one of those out of shape trainers training athletes. I have to be ready for this. Like, I just have to, physically, mentally, spiritually, just everything. Because especially, I don't like to go 3 or 4 rounds then stop.
Right.
But you leave it up to me. I like to be keyed in and zoned in on it for 15, 16 rounds. And then afterwards, whatever I'm dealing with physically, then I feel it. Because once we start creating, I don't want to stop. And he don't want to. One day, we was at the ring at the crib, and I could tell he wasn't going to say that was enough, and I wasn't. And we just was out there, bitch. I lost 11 pounds in that workout. 11.
Damn.
11.
Damn.
Willie Lowe was right there. He was just watching. It was just like,
man,
it was crazy. It was crazy.
Let me get to this. Let me get to the super chat real quick. The brother,
I'm pretty sure everybody on this.
Yeah, go ahead. Wait, hold on. He said Wilder should only do a post-fight interview with new media post-fight and call out old media after the fight. They did him dirty. Hashtag to this day. Way ahead of you, brother. Way ahead of you, brother.
Way ahead.
Way ahead of you, brother. No diggity doubt.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Way ahead of you, brother. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Divine. What you saying?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel, and shout out to BFTB, man. Nice to meet you, bro. I'm gonna go check out your channel later. But I think we can all agree that we've never seen Deontay Wilder do a 5-punch combination to the body. The dedication to the body work is uncanny, in my opinion. Like what Malik is doing with Deontay is dedicating to the body, and I don't think Fury is prepared for that shit, man. I really don't. I think he thinks it's a joke. But I'm telling you, that body's going to get touched up. It's going to get touched.
And our plan is to beat him up. If anyone know what the game plan is, it's just to beat him up. That's all. And that sounds very like, well, how you going to beat him up? Well, that's the surgical part. That's when it's dirt. Yo.
Boy, you sick, man.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Drew
had to do it. He had to do it.
sick with the dozens, bro.
Yo, before I forget, Tay Jones got tickets.
Yeah,
Jones got those tickets.
Yeah, for sure. If anybody needs tickets to that, to the Wilder fight, man, just make sure you contact me on Twitter. Anything else outside of Twitter, you're liable to get blocked. So just make sure you contact me on Twitter, and we'll go from there. But I definitely got, I got upper level tickets and I got lower level tickets as well.
Yeah,
I wish you would have told me that already.
Yeah, shout out.
Glad you said that, little bro.
You would have hit me up. Yeah, I wish you would have hit me up already before I bought my ticket. Tay, I mean, I wish you would have, like, you hit me up the last time, but you hit me up this time. So I already bought my ticket.
You got to put that out there, Tay, because it's people been. I'll call you later on and tell you.
All right, yeah. So if y'all need tickets, man, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. That's __ Tay Jones _ So just follow me on there. Like I say, anything outside of talking about tickets, you're liable to get blocked.
Hell yeah, immediately too.
Yes, indeed.
No doubt. Salute to Buckham95. He said, great show. I want to witness the 2021 version of Louis Schmeling 2. And remember, Ali gained his crown in the month of October. #truth. He sure did.
Right.
He sure did. BFTV, what would you say?
I was gonna say something, man. I was listening to the homie Divine, and shout out to you, King. I'm gonna go check out as well. And something that you said, because I'm an analytical thinker. I say this all the time. But something that you said made me think of something else. I'm literally you was talking while Malik was talking. Because I'm thinking, like, what other fighter in the sport of boxing right now has a trainer on the level of Malik? What I mean is someone who can still fight professionally right now, who can still, like, compete right now, who can still contend for title shots right now. I don't think there's a fighter that has that. That was almost the equivalent. That's the equivalent of Ali being trained by Frazier. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, when you think about it, if you think about it, another boxer right now that's being trained by a title, a potential title contender. Like, I can think.
And to piggyback off of what you're saying, brother, I know where you're coming from, and I totally agree. I know exactly what the perspective is, that the angle you're coming from, and I agree with it. And I actually think this should be done more. I actually think insightful fighters, detailed fighters, because to me, the lack of teachers is at an all-time low in the game. But you got fighters that's students of the game that can actually be great teachers. But the ego is involved, and that stops that from happening. So once again, who's breaking the curse? Deontay Wilder. He hired his friend, his brother Malik Scott, who's a student of the game. So now what we got? We got Caleb Plant. He went and got Andre Ward, I believe, even though Ward is retired. So the start of this, it needs to be more in play. Because I remember even at a time where, like, not, and when I say that, guys, I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying any fighter can train. No, it's not that. I'm talking about student of the games, detailed, real fighters that have been in this all their life, and they want to become good trainers. I just don't see what the difference is between that and a trainer, an old trainer that's just sitting around in the gym telling his fighter to throw, hey, 1-2, keep the jab going. There's a lot of that shit going on in this game. Yeah. A lot of y'all favorite trainers I've been around all my life. And if y'all see how they really train these fighters in the gym, y'all will be like, this is all that's going on? Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's tons. It's not shit going on. It's nothing going on.
I talk about it all the time, brother.
Believe it or not, YouTube is the real teacher right now for a lot of this shit that's going on.
Say it louder.
Bro, it's YouTube.
I talk about it all the time.
You got to keep in mind, too. You got to shout out to brothers like Mustafa Boxing.
Yes.
Barry Robinson. You get what I'm trying to say? Rasheem Jefferson in Philadelphia, Fred Jenkins Jr. These guys is in the trenches and have great attributes as teachers. Especially, I always talk about Barry Robinson from A Million Styles of Boxing. You will never hear no one say he's the best trainer in the world or any of those kind of accolades because he's to himself. He has a demanding system, and he requires what he requires for his system. He expects certain things out of his fighters. I'm not going to look past education, hard work for old and direction. No, I'm not doing it. And that goes on a lot in boxing. Some of the people that's considered a great trainer, Ronnie Shields, great trainer. You got certain guys y'all have to know I'm not talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Derek James, great trainer. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a lot of these guys, man, that's really getting free checks for sitting back saying, keep the jab going. That's all I'm saying. Keep the jab going. The hows, the whys, the when. That's not even in their system of teaching. It's not even in their system of teaching. It's just not. They get away because you got to realize this. This type of thing could never happen in basketball. You want to know why? Because you have to go through a system and have to be educated and have to go through degrees to be a basketball NBA coach. You just can't walk down the street and say, you know what? I want to be an NBA coach and just do it. So what does that have? You have a lot of manipulators that get in boxing. They're around boxing. And guess what? They throw a towel over their shoulder. You see them with a couple of fighters. And now guess what? Now they're in the top 10 fighters corner. And they're the head trainer. How? It's not even deserving. And to support the game, the sport of boxing, I believe a lot of time chemistry is actually more powerful than actual training. You got certain fighters that get off better on good chemistry than they get off on better technical work. I am not saying this just to say it, guys. I've never seen Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace, in that corner telling Floyd anything extra technical. All that shit was street shit like, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to keep digging in his ass. Don't worry about it. 2 more rounds, we're going to try his ass again. Keep hitting that bitch with the right hand to the head. Bro, it's not like, and that's what the chemistry that they have over the years of Roger teaching him, he don't have to go into that much with Floyd, and Floyd know exactly what that shit mean I just said. You get what I'm trying to say?
The best of the mentors,
I like that.
The best of the mentors are always like sculptors.
Yeah.
And their protege are like clay.
Yeah.
And each work of art is different. You cannot hold everybody to the same regard. People have different personalities.
Absolutely.
However, being a study of our 5 senses, okay, and understanding that there are 5 personality types. Sometimes someone may be a combination of the 5.
Right.
But that is how the universe works. And when a coach or mentor is working with his student and he knows these things, that's how he's able to identify to make the connection. And when he's able to make the connection, he can cultivate that person to their full potential because he understands these things. You see what I'm saying? But there's not enough of the real coaches out here who even adopt that. You see?
Right.
Because it is a science. I had a conversation with Drew Titan about this, about the 5 senses. And when I broke it down to him, he instantly understood what I said and what I meant by that. But you think about it. You have 5 senses, right? Now, someone can lose one of the 5 in an accident or something. Sometimes you have birth defects where somebody is born without, hearing or whatever, right? So the other senses compensate for that. Something else is heightened. Okay, so a real mentor can take someone and cultivate off of that blueprint. It is a science.
Yes.
Now you happen to have a piece of clay that you're working with that is a sponge, ready to absorb everything you got to offer.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Because maybe initially the person before didn't understand these principles that I'm talking about because they were, stuck and mired in the old aspect of things. But this is a modern age. But the principles don't change. You have to change. You have to morph into what's happening before you. So you got a student that was willing and ready to absorb more. Now the full potential is about to be realized and manifested simply by you being a key component to open it up. You see how that works?
Absolutely.
Now, all these other people who have opinions, right? And you know who they are. We don't have to mention names, but when they see this, because they have that old mindset, they don't understand that. And that's why they'll be shocked. That's why they'll be surprised. And that's why they're mired in the old manner of thinking that would not allow them to even see what's being manifested. Johnny Nelson. So as we talk about these things,
Paul Malignaggi.
That's what it is. Now tell me, Malik, what do you think about that statement?
That's strong. I don't disagree with nothing at all. And yeah, that I just took something from that majorly. And even if it's not about, because I definitely get it when you're what you're talking about with me and Deontay. But now that I'm thinking on other fighters and trainers, or even people that make certain comments, it make all the sense in the world. It helps me understand. It puts me back in my comfortable place of being observant when it comes to people, because that right there was a prime example of, you just have to, even when people are not understanding something, it's because they're still stuck in the past and not in, they're not spiritually or mentally in on what's going on in front of them. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So I definitely agree with you, brother. It's like this with me. I like from what I witness, is a lot of people, or we'll say trainers, they're in boxing because this is the type of shit that's going on inside. Look at this. I wish I could turn my camera.
What in God's name? What is that?
What is that? Hey, Drew, I wish you was here.
Truck.
You would kill this thing. But there's a lot of trainers that, in my opinion, that they're in boxing. We'll say they used to have a career, or they had a career, not used to, whatever, and now they are a trainer in boxing. When I was young and I was signed to Main Events, I had a very, very, very high quality trainer, Harold the Shadow Knight, and he was the assistant trainer to Emmanuel Stewart, and they trained Lennox Lewis. And as fights went on, me and Harold, we grew together, but then, we parted ways. And when we parted ways, Main Events, they decided to put the great Pernell Whitaker in my corner. Now, me being a student of the game, I've been watching Pernell since I was a baby, so I'm excited. I'm like, I can't miss now. I got Pernell Whitaker in my corner. May he rest in peace. Pernell wasn't it as a trainer. Bro, when I tell you, it was, it's just, that just wasn't it. And that right there was my first experience of like, oh, just because you can do this at a high level, it don't mean you could teach this.
Thank you.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you
Right.
can't, just because you could do this at the highest level. I know great fighters, even right now, that I don't expect them. I know they're not going to never be great trainers. I just know they not. It's the mentality. It's the observant level of people. It's the compassionate level. It's like the on and off button. You have to know how to read. You have to know how you. Bro, I know how to read Deontay. I know how to read. It's stuff that he could communicate about with me that he won't even have to verbally have to open his mouth with, and I got it.
Man,
It just comes with chemistry, observing, learning, then the technicalities, then the experience with teacher and trainer that comes into the par. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just so much to it than putting a towel over your shoulder and telling somebody stick with the jab. That's an insecurity statement nowadays too. Like, that's just to say something. Man, you gotta do the jab. Well, why should he throw it right now? He shouldn't put no feints before it. You know the guy he's fighting can hear you telling him throw the jab. You don't want him to do a decoy. He shouldn't do no disengagements before just throwing the jab. You don't want him to make the opponent come. You don't want no feints before it. You just want everyone to know you want him to throw a jab and he just go do it, and then whatever happens. I want to speak on one thing, guys, before we get out of here, because my phone is dying. The art of clinching, learning how to clinch, is so lost in this game. People could look up to Floyd Mayweather. People could look up to Mike Tyson. People could look up to Lennox Lewis. But guess what they would look right past in all these great fighters? That they clinch game was top tier. When necessary. So the important thing is this. Most trainers don't know how to teach clinching. here come the H word. Humility has to kick in. Ego has to get put to the side. So now what you got to do, guess what? You got to invest in yourself, invest in your fighter, and go to another combat sport area and pay a wrestling coach, pay a taekwondo coach, a Thai fighter, anybody, wrestling instructor to come to your system 3 times a month, pay him to teach your fighters how to clinch when necessary. Floyd once again robbed the bank with intelligent boxing and clinching. Vladimir,
Drew, didn't I just tell you that earlier this evening in the conversation?
Vladimir robbed the bank with clinching and knocking people out. Vitali, clinch master. Wow. Ali, you don't think Ali was holding Foreman, Joe Frazier with intent?
Yes.
Drew, you gotta tell Malik what I told you earlier. He's saying almost verbatim.
Have to get practice, bro. It has to get practice. It has to get practice because I'm seeing too many fighters wearing Gucci, Louis, doing all of this cool shit, going on vacations. But when I see you in the fight, your clinch game is shit. Go invest in a clinch trainer, a clinch instructor. Invest in yourself the major way. Guess what? I'm going to say this. A clinch guy in modern day boxing is more important than a pad guy. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Bro,
this is interesting.
Bro, you're not going to let 15 punch combinations go on no human being. But guess what you can do? You could depend on somebody trying to clinch you, and knowing how to deal with it is key.
This is so interesting.
Mustafa Boxing put something on his Instagram the other day that was very imperative. He said, ain't nobody going to stand there for that 10-punch combination you're going to throw. He's absolutely right. But guess what is mandatory to happen in boxing? Clinches. Why not know how to do it the right way? Why not? I had one fighter hit me the other day in my DM and say, that thing you put up about clinching is cool, but I ain't with that clinching shit. But then when I go look at his fights, he's clinching, but he's doing it subconsciously. Why not do what you know you're going to end up doing subconsciously and just pay a real instructor to teach you? Clinching don't mean you're just holding. Clinching means holding someone, you're putting them in a position, you're inside fighting while you're clinching. Look at Floyd, bro. They praise guy for everything besides the stuff he really is, which is a master in fighting, a master in clinching, a master in distance, a master in pivoting. Like, it's just crazy. Clinching has to be important.
They hated Floyd for that.
They
hated Floyd for that.
At one time, they were saying, man,
but he laughed all the way to the bank, didn't he?
All the Klitschko brothers do is hold, but their record was like 54-50 knockouts. Something's not adding. All he do is hold, but his record was like 54-0 with 48 knockouts. Hold on.
Malik, it's interesting. It's interesting you say that because me and Stormy just brought that up today. Clinching is very important. You want to learn how to clinch, send your fighter to while you're training him, have him take some judo lessons, some Thai lessons.
And guess what, guys?
Definitely.
And we're going to say for a perception standpoint, because people like to look. So let's go off of it. Even looks cool. Guess what it looked like? It looked like, this guy's investing in himself. This guy is open-minded. He wants to know all traits of this noble art. It even looks cool for those that's in the sake of perception. Invest in yourself all the fucking way. Stop going on unnecessary vacations. Stop buying every girl you see a fucking Louis bag or whatever that is. Stop going to spend your money at Gucci at this point of your career. Go invest in instructors for things that you are lacking in your game. Put the ego to the side and have real humility. Real humility. Quote me on this. A clinch instructor is 10 times more important than a pad guy. All my pad guys gonna get mad at me. Fuck it. Clinching is more important than having a pad guy doing choreographic pad work with you that you're not going to land 10 to 13 punches on nobody.
When you're clinching, you're able to cease the opponent's momentum.
Yes.
Tying them up and putting a cease to their action. But also, when doing it properly, you actually play on their stamina because they struggle to try to get out of the embrace. But if you know how to do it properly, you do not allow them to do that. They struggle until the referee steps in to stop it. And then they have to begin all over again. And when you do it well, it plays on them mentally. Because if they get in close to you, then they don't know what to do. Fighting on the inside is not necessarily an option if they're considering the fact that the clinching or the holding or the twisting and things of that nature happen to be a part of the sport. but not excessively. But you do it technically. There is a reason.
It's reason,
tactically,
bro. It's reason.
strategy.
It's
You tie the
intent.
guy up,
Everything.
make him reset. When he has
Yeah.
to get broken from the ref by you, then you step around behind the ref and allow those few extra seconds.
Sometimes I post stuff, right? And like I'll post it and I'm like happy. I say, oh, I want to get this out to, my people, young lions, old boxers, whatever, boxing people. I'll post it and then I'll be like, they're not even going to get this. I posted a very small reset or audacious reset that George Foreman did to Holyfield the other day, and people didn't even fucking get it. And that's cool. You don't have to get it. But once I explain it to you, don't say, that's not important. How? How is that not important? Resetting an elite fighter like Holyfield and making him have to restart and rethink his whole offensive game that he was considering doing to you. How is that not important? Ego is how that's not important. Because it's not entertaining right off. That's why it's not important to me. Bro, it's so much. It's so much. Clinching has to get taught. If I could watch great trainers like Emmanuel Stewart teach Lennox how to use his weight and clinch guys. This is Emmanuel Stewart.
Yep.
He used to teach this. Look at Lennox's clinch game. It was top tier. It's not a coincidence that Vladimir also knew how to clinch. Vitaly, Floyd Mayweather, Mike McCallum would clinch you so good and spin you and hit you with a counter. This has to get taught. Just has to get taught.
Yeah.
In closing,
when you lay your hands on a guy, if a guy, first of all, a guy shouldn't be able
God bless you.
let you put your hands on him. You put your hands on the guy, you can push him, you can position him, you can put him. Go back and watch George Foreman and Joe Frazier. When Joe coming in at Foreman, and Foreman was just pushing that left shoulder back. So when Frazier got ready to throw the left hook, it was missing because that little movement touching on the shoulder that George gave him
throws it off.
Frazier's left hook offline.
Hey, real quick, would you guys say that? I would say Pacquiao is a high number punch combination guy, correct? Especially in his prime. He's known for. Why wasn't he able to land anything on Floyd? It's not because Floyd was slipping everything.
No.
The clinch game was top tier. Operation Shutdown.
Yep.
Operation Shutdown is at a minimum in boxing. People think Operation Shutdowns mean punch back. Operation Shutdown is...
And Pacquiao had 5 years to prepare for that fight. So I don't want to hear none of this, he was trying to cheat and this and that. Nah. You had 5 years to prepare.
Crazy, man, but that's what I wanted to end it off on, guys. And y'all gonna hear me talking about that a lot because that's lacking. I watched the amateur fighter the other day get hit with 10 unanswered punches, and his arms was in position to clinch, and he could have stopped that with an Operation Shutdown, and he got hurt and stopped very bad. I hate seeing him because a small clinch would have stopped that. But he's not getting taught it. It's not considered cool. It's not considered tough. It's not considered egotistical, man, and that shit have to be removed. I love everybody. Drew, I appreciate you, brother. And
man, I appreciate you. Real quick on the way out, my brother Jason said, he's in their super chat, much love and appreciation. He said, where do I send my cigars for your victory, Malik?
Oh, you might as well send them now, brother, because we're going to be victorious. Hit me on my Instagram, Malik King Scotto on Twitter, and I'll give you an address, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no diggity doubt, man. Yo, Malik, man, much love and appreciation.
You already
man.
know, bro. Hey, Drew, my fault.
I'm hit you on the ground.
Drew, my fault. You already know. You can ask Tay, man. My intentions is good. I be trying to get right back, especially to my people immediately. I know I'm a day or two late off. Actually, with you, I think I was 3 days. No, that's barbershop conversation. With you, you had to hit me back to remind me. My fault, bro. But you got whatever you need from me from here on out.
That's all right, man. It's all love. It's all fam. We bomb squad all day over here, man.
All right, baby. Hey, Tay, I'm going to hit you later, bro. On the phone, bro.
Now, what you said?
I got something for Malik. I got some information for you to get to the champ.
What is it, baby?
I'm gonna send it through. I'm gonna send it through Drew. I got to connect over there in the UK, and I got some real good information for you about Tyson Fury, and it's very credible. I got a good connect over there.
All right, send it to Tay because Tay, he run it all through us. So just send it to Tay. All right, baby. All right, y'all.
Much love, man.
Salute to you, bro.
Salute to Diana Branch in that super chat. Much love, appreciation. She said, "Don't forget Malik, crack that jaw for the fam." Yeah, we gonna win, man. We good, man. And that's why everyone hate the fact that he ran out and got Malik. Well, Malik been there the whole time, unknown to a lot of people. But they wanted D to stay the same. They wanted him to stay the same. So, you know, when he went and made the change, everybody had a sissy fit, man. But salute to Malik, man. Salute to the champ, man. More to come. You know what I mean? How many dislikes I got? Get my dislikes up. What I got?
Check the haters.
I got 21. That's not enough, y'all. That's not enough dislikes, y'all clowns. Get my dislikes up. Go.
What is it that I like? What is it that I like? I don't understand it. I mean,
listen. You see, he didn't violate. He didn't talk bad about Sugar Hill. He gave you an in-depth look of what they're working on, and he's showing you on the Instagram. So instead of trolling, why don't you hit up your favorite fighter in Tyson Fury and say, "Yo, look, are you in the gym getting it done? Because you see what's happening over here." Or are you planning to shuck and jive and duck again and blow another $1 billion, literally $1 billion over a fucking weekend?
Fury has been training. Man. He hasn't been training.
He hasn't. He's a fat chitlin. That's what he is. Those love handles are not going to save him from that body work. There's no way out of this. There's no part of this fight that he's going to win. And I'm saying that to the 400 people that are outside banging on my door right now. There's no part of this human. Do your videos now. Do your videos now. Do all your trolling and clown videos, because Drew always tells you time reveals all truth. You're nervous. We not. We've been wanting this since when, Tay? Since last October? This was supposed to happen?
Yeah, it's supposed to happen last October, man. You know, like I say, a year ago to what, today?
Yep.
What's today? Matter of fact, today is the what, 12th? So yeah, a year ago today, we was in Miami, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for this trilogy. So it was pushed back then, and of course, you know, he pushed he flew the scene and pretty much said, you know, talking about contracts and things of that nature, what was bogus, you know, but here we are again, you know what I'm saying, and October 9th, man.
And then he paid lawyers millions of dollars to try and handle some business that they had no business handling. So he say. So he's been trying to get out of this. So when you ask us, why do you have reasonable cause to believe that this man did not want this fight? Look at what he's done.
Yeah, the proof in the pudding.
That's right. The fight's been there. October, December, he tried to fight Carlos Takam. Then he tried to fight Agitated Cabbage.
Right.
Had to force him to keep. Do you understand? We had to go to court and force this man to keep his word. Do y'all understand that?
And now he, you know, now he's already in red with Bob Arum. Now he got to, you know, pay lawyer fees, and then he got to pay our lawyer fees for even losing. So now you don't double the money that you were spending, and now you owe him more.
And more to come.
Yes, indeed.
And more to come. I keep telling y'all have no idea what's happening.
I mean, but like I say, you just heard Malik say that Malik just really just confirmed everything. If you was listening closely, he said it. You know what I'm saying? So take it for what it is. Now, I said it for so long. You know, I can only keep saying it, but Malik said it, and then like I said before, but you know, when I say it as he lying, or this and third, he just doing this, but Malik said it. Now what?
Now what? Salute to Soldier Boy 911 in that super chat. He says, salute to the mighty LDBC, salute to the panel and chat family. They'll salute to you, fam. Philly cat. No diggity doubt. I'm telling you, man. All we got to do is sit back and wait. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, first off, shout out to Tay, man, and good luck. You said you're fighting on Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'm fighting Thursday night.
Oh, well, good luck to you, man. I just want a real quick question for you. Do you personally think that Fury is taking this fight lightly? Do you think that he thinks that he can get away with what he got away with in the second fight in regards to, like, I'm going to walk Wilder down and I'm going to beat him up? Because that's what he's been telling people. He said recently on BT Sports that it's going to be worse. Do you think that he's overconfident, or do you think he's just trying to gas himself up and he's actually scared?
I think he's trying to gas himself up and he's actually scared. I actually think he's going to try to do the same thing because he went back home. But, you know, you can only mask certain things. But like I say, if I was him, you know, I would come back over here clean to make sure that I don't get popped. They got a stranger test coming up if you don't know that.
Man, listen. I hope the haters are paying attention because we've been telling y'all the truth. Now that's what I'm saying. Since Tay got super aggressive and more vocal, has Tay lied yet? Forget me. Has Tay lied yet?
I've been saying the same thing since day one. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying the same thing. I stand on what I say. It's never going to change. And forget whoever don't like it. It is what it is. I'm going to keep saying the same thing. I've said it since day one. You know, I've even had people come to apologize to me. And, you know, it's like, bro, you stood your square. It's been over a year. It is what it is. So, you know, but, you know, I don't want no cool points, no brownie points or anything. I did what was right. I didn't have to, but I did.
That's all.
Right.
That's all. You know, they fight in the UK. Yeah, arbitration. Yo, it's signed already. Oh, arbitration. Oh man, look, Deontay's depressed. Arbitration. Who had the last laugh on that? I wasn't even laughing. I wasn't even laughing. I was just like, see, there it is. Go ahead, Divine.
And do you think, Tay? Do you think Fury? For me personally, I feel like the way I kind of have it playing out in my head, I think he might the first maybe 2 rounds or so, he might try to walk Wilder down like he did just to try and test the waters to see if he can get away with it again. But I actually think he's going to surprise people and go back to what he did in the first fight and actually try to box to try. Because he may feel like, man.
I was going to say that's exactly why he's losing weight.
Accurate?
Yeah, I think that's about accurate. If you look at him, he's losing weight. You know, why you say you was coming in 300 pounds, but like I said before, you can't believe anything Fury say. He lies about everything. Every little thing that come out of his mouth, he lies about. He said he was coming in 300 pounds. Now, if you look at him, it look like he almost 250, 240. Why?
Yep.
Because he has to use those legs to move around, to bounce around like he normally does. Right? So with that being said, you know, come forward if you want to. You're going to be in for a rude awakening.
Joe Louis said you can run, but you can't hide in that ring.
Damn right. Well, I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. I know Black is on right now. We need to head over there and support that, brother. Let everyone know how they can find you, brother.
Oh, you gonna find me on Twitter _ Tay Jones _ like I said before, I got Wilder Fury tickets. Just make sure you contact me. Get at me for those. Also, you can follow my YouTube channel at Pacman ATL _ Tay. Pacman ATL _ Tay. That's the Tay Jones show over there. And most definitely, man, just give me a follow.
No doubt. My brother Divine Sense. Let them know how they can find you.
Yes, sir. Thanks again, Drew, for bringing me on. I woke up at like 6 a.m. my time. I'm on the other side of the world, and I saw you live. I was like, man, I gotta hit up Drew, man. So I appreciate you, man. And also, Tay, I actually hit you up on IG. You probably didn't know who I was. So just want to let you know that this me is Divine. So I have my channel out here and whatnot. And yes, you guys can find me on Divine Sense Reborn, and I'll drop a link in the chat as well. You guys can come follow me, and I'll be more than happy to have you guys a part of the conversation. And you know what it is, Bomb Squad. Let's get it.
It is.
There it is. There it is. The Sensei Stormy B. What's good? Let them know.
Everybody can follow me right here on YouTube. Stormy B Man is the channel. And you can find me right here on Sunday evenings with Drew and Anthony here. And we cook, as you saw this evening. This is what it's all about, man. And there's going to be more things happening in the future. So look forward to it.
No diggity doubt. My brother Trick Nolte in the building. Let them know how they can find you, brother.
You can follow me on Instagram, Trick _ Nolte. I'm on Facebook as Anthony Carter. And you can find me here with Drew on Sundays, and the Sensei Stormy B Man is, you know, we bring the fighters out, the legends out, and get them on here and let them tell the stories. And
that's right, man. And those 21 dislikes, I appreciate you because you had to come in here to damn press the button, dummies. What the hell's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
Why y'all like paying me? What's wrong with y'all?
What's your Instagram, Divine?
Kenny Marshall _ That's my real name. I sent you a request because I know you got your stuff on private and whatnot, but I figured you probably wasn't sure who I was.
Right.
And Tay, I'm gonna see you that information. You on Instagram?
Yeah, well, my wife run it, but I still got access to it though.
Well, I can shoot it to you on Twitter, either or.
Okay.
Okay. You said Tay. What is it again? Tay underscore.
Underscore Tay Jones underscore.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Junior Truth in the chat. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. So this was a wonderful show, man. I mean, Malik is in my opinion, he's ahead of his time because he's a student of the game, man. And I appreciated what he said, that story he shared with Pernell Whitaker, because it reminds me a bit of Magic Johnson when he tried to coach the Lakers. He was a crappy coach, but he's a legendary ball player. A lot of people can't make the transition. You understand? It seems that Malik was a pretty good fighter, but I believe he's on his way to being a legendary trainer. On his way to being a legendary trainer, man. And it starts October 9th. And I'm very, very I'm very appreciative, man, of the whole panel. Divine Sense, Trick Nolte always got his boots on the ground. The Sensei, Stormy B-Man, Tay. Man, look, bro, this is what boxing is. And you heard what he said, right? He said boxing is where? YouTube. To be more specific, LDBC. And there's no shade to anybody else, but you see who rolls with who. You understand? While we talking boxing, they talking about us. So do your videos. Come up in here with your 21, 41, 3,000 dislikes. You heard it here first, man. Salute to Platboy Gaming. He said, much love from the Divine, fam. No doubt, fam. Always welcome. Always welcome. Always
Divine
welcome,
Sense,
man.
I'm gonna start. Excuse me, Drew. And Divine Sense, I'm gonna follow you too, man. And subscribe to your channel.
No doubt.
Heard a lot
I've
about
already
you.
subscribed to you. I saw you. Yeah, I saw your channel a couple days ago, bro. I've already subscribed, man. So I appreciate it.
It's
And
all
Tay,
about
I was
boxing.
out there doing the public service announcement for you Thursday night. I had, I was advertising your fight coming up and everything. Had video playing, some footage of your fights and everything, letting everybody know what's up, man.
Yeah, I
That's
appreciate
right. There
it,
you
man.
go. There you go right there.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. So this might be my last go round, so I'm gonna make it worthwhile. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man.
What's up? That's
No
what's
doubt.
up.
And with that being said, you know what I feel like doing? Shout out to Specific Value, man. Big shout out to Specific Value. You know what I mean? That brother came out of nowhere with the monster track. You know what I'm saying? And I think you were saying something, Divine?
No, I was saying because you said, hey, I'm gonna do something, and whenever you say that, I get worried.
Oh yeah. But the fam know we gonna rock out with Specific Value, and I'm gonna be bumping this all the way up till I get to Vegas and back. You already know what it is. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Stay mad, but stay right there. I appreciate your views. We gone.
My time is coming, but the ones that hate just don't know it yet. They gon' beg and cry, cause I will not forgive them, and now they regret. But the damage is done with your name on the hit list. It's time for revenge. I done told you, I warned you too many times, but you can't comprehend. With this black fist of mine, ain't no way to prepare for it. Knock you out the Yo Bomb Squad, the world know it. I speak it, believe it, receive it, so what more can I say? I've been knocking cowards out to this day. They call it the right hand of God. They know what the damage it do. I speak it, believe it, receive it. Not only talking, I be showing the proof. But still they deny I'm the best. Everyone I fought, I put them to rest. How many fighters do I have to run through in order for you to admit I'm the best? All they doing, throwing dirt on my name. Own con, trying to put me to shame. All I ever did was speak up and show my love. Pray my people will use their brain. Drug me and cheat. It don't matter cause I'm back on my feet. Back in the gym to turn up that heat. Damn devil gon' get put to sleep. He's done. Sick of the racist acts. Why the media keep ignoring facts? I represent this country as a champ to want me cause my spirit's strong. Plus I am black. Y'all know what I mean when I say this country ain't fair to this day. Don't matter who's next, they hitting the ground. I promise that I'm here to stay. They can't ignore me for long. Bomb squad, we coming strong. How the hell did it take this long for y'all to know the shit that Fury was on? He must have been paying y'all good to hush and keep all this shit on the low. But I won't back down or stay on the ground, and that I think you all know. My time is coming, but the ones that hate just don't know it yet. They don't know it yet. They gon' beg and cry, cause I will not forgive them, and now they regret. Oh no. But the damage is done with your name on the hit list. It's time for revenge. Oh no. I done told you I warned you too many times, but you can't comprehend. With this black fist of mine, ain't no way to prepare for it. Knock you out the Yo Bomb Squad, the world know it. I speak it, believe it, receive it. So what more can I say?
What can I say?
I've been knocking cowards out to this day.
I have a lot of people around me, positive energy, positive speaking, positive believing. Until that energy is broken, and then there's consequences behind that action.
You said that your people have been fighting for 400 years.
And your people too. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about, man. Don't sit up here and try to bait and not know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the fuck I talk about when I say these things. Your people too. Go look up the history. Shit, don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit. See what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know we've been fighting 400 and still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Wait.